Hello, 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 hello. Ben's back. Ben is back. We're live on the watch along. We got Max Grazeman on the 10th tee. This is, as far as non-signature events go, I'm pretty stoked about this leaderboard. We've got Chris Kirk leading at 21 under. We got Max Grazeman, Aldrich Potgieter. Ooh, double noise. We're getting rid of that. That's gone. That was quick. Something always pops up. We got Nico Echeverria, Jackson Suber, Michael Thorbjornsen with JJ Jakovac on, we have this caddy carousel that's spinning like crazy. Colin Morikawa sold caddies with Michael Thorbjornsen. We got Jake Knapp, another course record. Did you see he was the first guy in tour history to shoot 59 and 61 in the same season?
No, I did not see that.
That's a pretty sick.
That's
and
wild.
You know how I discovered that? Because McKenna, his girlfriend, who was talking shit to me early in the week about my outfits,
Was spitting stats at you?
she just retweeted it and just goes hot.
That's awesome.
Here's Jake Knapp on 10 for birdie. New putter in the bag this week. Oh, that's got potential. Yes, sir. Jake Knapp to 20 under and a fist pump for our guy. The biceps are looking extra glistening today. I'll just say that, heat of summer. That's a guy who, doesn't wear sun sleeves and I think for good reason.
Better not give him a fake ID.
Yeah, exactly. This guy will take you out of the club immediately. You don't want to mess with this guy with the mullet. Is it a mullet? That's a mullet, right?
This actually just reminded me. The guys that have the yardage books sticking out of their back pocket, which is like 80% of the guys.
Most guys
mess with you.
I think you're used to it. I think it's so big it fills the whole pocket. Actually,
but the weight of that, it's like a George Costanza wallet.
So I'm leaving for Ireland on Saturday, and my buddy, as a gift for all of us for the trip, he got us all yardage books, and it says our name on the top, and then it just has a bottle of Guinness on it.
It's quite nice.
Yeah, we're gonna live on Guinness. What's up, everybody? Get your likes in, get your comments in, subscribe. We're locking in. We're locking in for the end of Rocket Mortgage. We got Jackson Suber here, who looks just stunningly like the main character from You, Joe Goldberg.
Oh, Penn Badgley.
Penn Badgley.
I've never noticed. I don't see his face.
Dude, I'll show you right now. It's actually, he looks exactly like him.
What up, Joseph?
Like,
good to see you, brother. Oh yeah.
Doesn't that look like him with the hat too?
Cross between him and like Jim from
Dude, that show is so crazy. Did you watch season 1 of that show? He's literally just like watching. She's like on the. First of all, she's a struggling artist. Here's Michael Thorbjornsen for birdie, by the way. I had the solo lead. She's like a struggling writer, and she lives in like this incredible apartment in the West Village.
I've seen 4 seasons.
And he just stands outside with a hat on and watches her like diddle herself in the. It's like with just a hat on. Like he's good. He's just standing on the street in the West Village.
Dude, if you continue to watch it.
I watched the first 2 seasons. There was one in LA. They're taking the piss out of Erewhon the whole time.
Yeah, it's true.
A Navrin.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
I didn't live out here yet.
So Erewhon, I think, is nowhere backwards, and they did a Navrin, which is Nirvana backwards, and it was like a health food store.
That's good writing.
Chris Kirk, by the way, Ben said that Chris Kirk was his swing lookalike. I don't know.
That's what Chad says. I only say it because someone else says.
Shane Lowry thinks that you've got scoopy fades.
Well, that's a nice little baby.
That was almost a cut for Chris Kirk. That was a Chris Kirk cut right down the center. 6 wins on the PGA Tour, I think.
I don't know if Laz has joined us yet, but I was hitting nasty draws on the sim on Friday.
That doesn't
he can attest that I did not hit any scoopy fades.
That doesn't count. What'd you shoot on the sim?
We played match play. I lost 1 down.
6 wins. Here's Thorbjornsen for par. Bricked it. So he got to 20 under par. He had the solo lead, and then made a bogey with like a wedge in his hand. And then just 3-whacked again. So Thorbjornsen drops down to 18 under. I was in Australia last week, and now I'm in Illinois. Air travel, man.
Aussie golfer.
It's really, really famous. VC Productions, you already know what I'm going to ask. If he wants to ask to see my lab putter. This guy asks to see my lab putter every time.
But
I've shown it a few times, but now it's starting to feel like a little bit of a piss take.
Like it's a kink?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he really wants to see my lab putter. Ryan Stone says Adam Scott is my lookalike in response to your Chris Kirk being
Ryan Stone.
He has action, right?
Is like the greatest golfer I know, I think, maybe. Wow. So I believe it.
The greatest golfer on the planet. We're also watching LIV. Tyrrell Hatton's got a 1-shot lead. I saw a clip yesterday. He said, worst golf hole on the planet. Knapp with a 5-iron. That looks low and right. That was a bad strike. Yeah, no. Oh, my God. That was Hosel adjacent, maybe. Probably 30 yards short. Short of like the cross bunker. That was ugly from Jake Knapp. That's going to be like right here.
Pre-roll ad on the watch along.
Yeah.
We're doing biz.
Yeah, we do biz. It's what we do. Doghouse tour. Oh, he wants the doghouse tour, not the lab. Alex Bush. So this is the last watch along, unfortunately, until hopefully the Open. I leave on Saturday for Ireland, so no watch along for John Deere, no watch along for I'll be on a plane or just landed. No watch along for Scottish because I'll be on my last day of the Guinness Tour. But then we come back. Alex Bush is going to come out to LA, so we'll do a little doghouse tour then, and we'll do a little what's in the bag, all that fun stuff. All right, Pockheater. Remember, Pockheater earlier this year had a big lead in Mexico, and did not play well on Sunday. Sort of a similar story so far. He's even par for the day, but on this golf course, that's a pretty poor score. Actually did well from the right rough there to get it all the way back there. Ireland is a golf trip, Chase S. Yes, Ireland is a golf trip. I'm going on a golf trip with my dad, 2 of my best friends. Just what you dream about. 1 week in Ireland, and then I'm meeting Alex Bush at the airport in Dublin, and we are driving up from Dublin to Portrush. Should be epic. Ben will be there too.
I will.
Last minute ad.
I arrived Sunday. I did a brilliant thing. I booked the flights separately and
Oh,
saved like
2
lots of money.
one-ways?
Yeah.
Grazerman looked very unhappy with that, and that's because it's rolling all the way through the green. So these greens are getting a total renovation right after this tournament starts. I think they're going to like bring out the bulldozers because you only really have another 2-3 months of growing season in Detroit.
Oh yeah, they're gonna.
So they're as firm as they'll be. Yeah, they're ripping it up.
Well, I hope they make it a lot harder because then maybe next year we'll see what the scores are like.
Yeah, well, they were saying that they're maybe going to turn one into a par 4, so that would chop 4 strokes off the. Padraig Harrington got the win. U.S. Senior Open, big victory. That's 3 big names. Padraig beat Stuart Sink, Miguel Angel Jimenez.
That's like Rory, Scotty, Bryson.
Well, we needed Bernhard, but I think Bernhard might be fading from the U.S. Senior Open. That's like the biggest one they played. Did you guys see Padraig Harrington get into it with Roger Maltby? But by the way, Roger Maltby was not gonna back down from that conversation. He was like, "You're dead wrong." He was like, "You're dead wrong," because Roger Maltby's a golf guy. Okay,
we can't waste our debate.
Okay, should we save it for the show?
Yeah.
Roger Maltby's a golf guy. I'm just saying. You know.
Well, I'll say briefly.
They called out his golf. They called out his golf honor. Like that's like.
And I don't think there's any way you can, if you're making assumptions, that you're not going to give him the benefit of the doubt versus like an angry professional golfer.
So right? you're team Roger.
We'll see.
You said you weren't going to give up your secrets, but
you kept talking about it, so I had to chime in.
You gave up your secrets.
Now that I've watched the rehearsal,
now that you watched the rehearsal, you're
spicy.
I can't put the fucking toothpaste back in the bag now. It's like you emboldened the guy to speak up, and now he never stops.
I'm just trying to promote our watch along here, then I'll be dialed in.
They move up tee times at the U.S. Senior Open. It's over. Patty, hang on. We watched on this watch along. We watched Angel beat Patty at Congressional. I remember that. Senior PGA. Majors every week in golf. We're watching Tyrrell Hatton. He's got 7 holes to play. Remember, the final group in LIV plays 15 minutes behind everybody else. So I think that's Patrick Reed and someone else. I don't know who else. Maybe Harold Varner? Yeah, Harold Varner's getting, wow. This course is playing really tough. Merida. It's got to be so hot in Dallas right now.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot imagine. I saw LIV is also next year. They're going to play in New Orleans in the middle of June. Like, they're just making these guys sweat. There was Virginia a couple of weeks ago.
We should go to that just because I love New Orleans.
Yeah. That's when I won Homie. Oh, where's my trophy? Yeah, that Homie of the Year is from a New Orleans trip.
No one else ever got it.
No, one and done. Maltby stuck his nuts into that argument. Things you love to see. Yeah, that's right, Duncan. That's exactly right. He was like, I don't care how many majors you've won. I don't care what your status is on this tour. You call out my golf etiquette, you're going to hear from me. You're going to hear from me. I admire the passion with which both men were approaching. Those are just 2 golf guys having a chat.
It also stayed civil, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Well, they knew the blows.
It was in a pretty public spot. Patrick Reed just stuck one on his 10th hole, so he's on the back 9. So it's pretty close. We should get the LIV finish. So it's Hatton's at 7 under, Harold Varner and Patrick Reed are at 6 under.
Why don't they tell you how many holes they've played?
Wait, Rahm is not in the top 10. We could be he's tied for 14th, +2 for the day. We could be seeing the death of a streak. We got Grazerman chipping from just long of 10. Beautifully judged.
Tight.
That'll be a par. God, Rahm, man, he's saying go. He's yelling go. He doesn't like it. Knapp's got to hit a nasty flop shot from 88 feet. So I was right. It was about 30 yards short. One arm finish. Oh, Knapp. We saw, remember on the final hole of Mexico, he needed to hole out from 60 yards and he stuck it in the ground?
Yeah.
I was getting some flashbacks to that. Bryson, we're going to talk about him on the show tomorrow. He's been on one this week. Absolutely on. He's in full showman mode. This is his golf tournament.
He's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle rocking in the USA.
Dude, it looks like Chris Kirk, his swing, it almost looks like he's trying to make it draw after the ball's already gone. I know that's just the path of his swing, but it almost looks like he makes impact and then he turns the right arm over.
He's got some magic.
Yeah. All right, Pockheater. Let's see if he can make one of these mid-range putts. on 10 to tie the lead. Nope. Ooh, good roll. Really good roll. He's got a hell of a line on that golf ball.
Look at Louis in the shorts.
Yeah, with the sun sleeve and the shorts. So that's summer in Dallas.
What a look.
All right, Jake Knapp. Now he needs to get up and down to avoid disaster here on 11. Goes for a little more loft than I was expecting, and that's going to be about 6 feet for bogey. Yep, 6 feet exactly. I did not even see that. I didn't even see that on the. You don't like the what?
I don't think he'll have issues with that.
You like that? You think that's going in?
I think it's a left.
Our boy Nico trying to post a number, but he needs to probably get to 21, 22 probably to have any chance. Second shot into the par 5 17th, and you don't like it. You don't like it.
You want to guess what number is going to win?
23.
I was going to say 24.
23, I think, wins it. 23 playoff, 24 wins it outright. That's what I'll say. Did Ben and Dan hear that Brooks threw a tantrum? He was +7 and ran away claiming he was sick. I saw he withdrew. I saw both things you're talking about.
You saw the smash?
I saw the smash
GC?
And not smash GC. That would have been a good one for tomorrow.
Damn it.
Yeah, man, we're blowing the load here. No, I saw he withdrew. Yeah, it's we posted our Ryder Cup picks last week that if the Ryder Cup started tomorrow.
You think he saw it and that's why he's mad because you left him out?
Yeah, he hated that take so much that he got sick. Oh, no, I think a lot of people were saying where's Brooks, and I understand given the Bethpage connection. He won a major last time. There was one at Bethpage, but I don't see it. I just don't see it unless he does something really, really special in the Open. I don't think basically one good round in the U.S. Open, and we're gonna put him on the Ryder Cup team. You know what I mean? It was like he played one good round in the. What did he end up finishing in the U.S. Open?
It's been too long now.
What did he end up finishing in the U.S. Open?
While you're looking that up, I also wondered if anybody got hit by that tee marker because he smashed it right at the gallery right next to them.
He finished 12th. Okay, fair enough. He finished 12th, but that's He's got a second in Brooks. He's got a second in a LIV event, a tied for 7th in a LIV event, a tied 12th at the U.S. Open, and that's it for the year. Missed the cut at the Masters, missed the cut at the PGA. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
He doesn't seem like the thing that would make up for it is being an emotional part of the team, and he doesn't seem like he's stoked to be doing anything.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's he's not like Bill. He doesn't have that Billy personality or that Keegan personality or even like a Kisner where there's a little extra Brooks is going to show up. He's going to he's going to play and he's going to leave and watch the piece.
And he might play really well.
Yeah. Nico has 45 feet 2 inches to get to -21. So I guess that was a better shot than he because then he one-armed the crap out of that.
Yeah.
Let's see where Nico's at.
Speaking of LIV guys I like. Harold Varner III might be my favorite LIV player.
Just in terms of vibes and personality?
All together. Yeah, it's not about the golf, but just
Yeah, he was
like
also
how he rolls.
I also like that when he went, he was like, yeah, I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm doing this for the money.
Yeah, he used the term generational wealth, which I really
You like that term? It's a strong term,
Right, it's what he got.
It's a strong term. It's a very strong term. A little casual look here from the CEO. I assume that's the CEO.
Where's Jim Nance? Do we know?
He's week off, man. Oh, man. I think he takes this week off and next week. Well, actually, he might be off. He might be off for the summer because
he doesn't do the Open at all.
No, the Open's NBC. Then I think the playoffs are on NBC.
Mm-hmm. No, he does the playoffs, doesn't he?
Maybe one or two of them.
Because he switches. He works for NBC sometimes.
No, he doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, he's all on CBS. Andrew Putnam gets one to go, and then he obviously does football in the fall. So I would guess that he's on a little bit of a break.
No, he deserves it.
Because football starts mid-September.
It does.
All right, now
without him.
Big putt for bogey, the black and yellow bogey sign.
You were right. Edge.
You were right.
No prob.
It snuck in the left side. It's a big putt for Jake Knapp. He falls to 2 behind, but still 2 par 5s coming. He was probably at the Bezos wedding. Who are they talking about?
Who?
I don't know. Someone.
Oh, Nance.
He might be. He's that caliber. Chris Kirk just misses on 12 for birdie. He's cruising along nicely. Nance will do the Scottish. Okay, I was wrong. So he's doing the Scottish, and then I would guess that the break starts.
Laz,
or maybe
that I see you're here. Did I hit any Scoopy fades? That was selfish. We should just talk about the golf.
Ben wants some validation. It's okay. I've seen it before. All right. 11th hole, Pock Eater, 5-iron, 223. Let's see if he can control the distance here. Not seeing much from the tracker. Oh, what a dart. Right over the flag. You can see those greens are pretty damn firm. I mean, you're expecting Detroit in summer, you're expecting some like humidity. No, these are crunching. These are crunchy, these greens. Jackson Suber, aka Joe from you. Also, I'm calling this tournament the Rocket Don't Say Mortgage Classic.
Rocket Don't Say Mortgage Classic. Let's definitely say that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, that is about as lucky as you can get. Joe's always getting the little breaks in you. You know what I mean? He always how lucky is it just evading the cops.
Just time, man.
Just you know that hat is just obscuring his face just enough to not get charged with felony voyeur. What a nasty word that is.
Voyeurism.
Yeah, voyeurism
Felony
is
voyeurism.
Voyeurism is. Oof.
Felony voyeurs. It's like you were looking bad.
Yeah,
you were just looking, but it was. Bad.
Felony voyeurism is a bad call. Duncan, it didn't go in the drink. It stayed up.
Joe Goldberg, right?
Goldberg, dude.
Oh, you know what we were talking about yesterday or the other day? Do you like the technology of the new tracer is insane.
Yeah.
It turns green, but is it taking the like unpredictability out of like golf watching, like when as soon as you see that thing green, like same way you see guys pick up tees, it's like, oh man. Like,
well, it's interesting because so when we did on Wednesday, guys, we've been doing these Wednesday streams, which have been awesome. We did our first rewatch. We're gonna do another one. I think we're gonna do. Remember when Bryson and Cantlay had that epic playoff at BMW? This was like 4 years ago.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna do that. But anyways, and I was watching. So this was even 2018. So before they had like. If they had tracers at the time, it was from directly behind. Like, right. They didn't have
only down the line.
There were so many where the ball's just against the white sky, and you're just like, I have no idea where it's going to go.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's better or worse, but there used to be a lot more mystery in the broadcast.
I like every once in a while when they do that ball in the air cam, and you have no idea where it's going to hit, and then it hits the ground, and they pull out, and it's like, okay, whoa, it's like a nice every once in a while.
Yeah, I feel like they do that on 18 at Kapalua a lot. They like close up, and then
because they're tracking it, making that draw down the hill.
They have that moving drone.
Speaking of Bryson.
Dan, I heard you asking what an inverary is. Yeah, that was about the old golf tournament that they had.
It's a place in Florida.
It's an old course in South Florida that they let go. It closed a couple years ago. R.I.P. to Inverary. Very sad when a golf course dies. You know, that means someone's home course is gone. That means that the first course someone played is gone.
You see like a grown out green somewhere, and you're like, someone could be.
It's sad, man. Yeah. And you think it's so easy, like, oh, they can just cut it, but it's not. It's not. There's all these different grasses, and you gotta care for it.
Hey, if the mayor-elect of New York City is watching, don't change any golf courses.
Do not.
Leave them.
Leave our golf courses alone.
Please, sir.
Please, sir.
It's so hard out there for them.
Yeah. Is Echeverria the only pro golfer charged with... Ooh, okay. Nico was exonerated, for the record. South Florida was just too oversaturated with courses. Yeah, and they're all like $1 gazillion to join. Suber stayed up, by the way, on the third. Playing his third on the par 5, but he kind of gassed it through the green.
Cameron Smith just made a sick putt and has a great fit on. Look how high those socks
You like those socks?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I like it all together.
Okay. Fair enough. Kevin Roy, this guy had the course record for a day until Jake Knapp said, sorry, I'll be taking that. He shot 62 with Potgieter, I believe, on Thursday, and then Knapp took it even deeper with 61. Pretty cool to get the course record before they change it.
Yeah.
That's his course record now.
It's his, yeah.
Yeah.
They should.
That version of the show is his. Or that version of the record is his. All right, Grazerman. Aim point season.
Hey, guys, like and subscribe if you don't mind.
Yeah, please do.
Hit that thumbs up button. Really helps us.
Yeah. They know. They're all friends. They're going to.
Yeah, it's just my job. I'm contractually obligated to say it.
PS36 needs a top 5 for Jinichiro Kozuma. Okay, I just saw him make a putt. So what were the odds on that? Probably pretty fat. Oh, it's getting to be the dog days of summer, man.
It is hot out there.
It's hot. July 4th is next Saturday? I feel like a lot of people are kind of tuning out for the next week.
You're not going to be gone already for the 4th, will you?
No, I leave on the 5th.
Okay.
All right, here's Nico to get to 20 under. We need a worm cam. We don't have a worm cam. Nico's got it. So 20 under for Nico Echeverria. Needs to birdie 18 to have a chance, but a strong finish. He's birdied 4 of his last 6. Sundays have been kind of an issue for Nico this year. We've talked about that on this show, so nice to see him. He doesn't backdoor top 10 very often. Here's John Rahm for birdie. I want to see if we can keep this streak alive. A streak might die. Streak might die.
Oh,
just missed it. Grazerman just short on 11. Wow.
Have you played Detroit Golf Club?
No.
Neither have I.
I've barely been to Detroit. I actually don't know if I've ever been to Detroit. I've been to Michigan. I've been to Ann Arbor. Joe Goldberg up and down from just over the water on 14. He gets it to 20 under. He's bogey free, 4 under for the day. Don't count out Joe. He's creeping in the shadows. Joe Goldberg, he's having a look. Is that hurt? I think it's hurt. Let me put my cap on.
Last stop it. Kendall Roy. Ender for par.
Kendall Roy. Yeah. It's good. No, I've not played Detroit Golf Club, and I've not played Merida. I have been in Dallas, played a few courses in Dallas, but I did not make it out to Merida. It looks sweet though.
Merida,
that's a nice name.
Yeah.
It rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
They should have like a little lamb as their logo.
The Merida lamb.
Their alt logo.
Who the F is Joe Goldberg? He's the main character of You, who Jackson Suber looks exactly like.
On Netflix.
Get with it.
5 seasons.
Get with it.
At this point.
We're doing inside jokes. Get with it.
We're cultured. It's okay.
Pock Eater for birdie on 11 after that dart with the 5-iron directly over the green. M&M Classic next year. Heard they need a new sponsor. Right now it's the Rocket Don't Say Mortgage Classic.
I love his putting stance. It's so wide and sturdy.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Well, he's beyond his shoulders, I feel like, with his feet.
Yeah, old school Kenny Perry type stance. In for par, 2 pars from the last group. They're both 1 back. So Kirk's got a lead of there's 4 guys in a tie for second. Echeverria, Suber, Potgieter, and Mr. Grazerman.
Kendall Roy versus Joe Goldberg in a playoff. Electric.
Jake Knapp on 12. Finds the fairway 334. 9-iron from 163. As silk he gets. Shot 5 under on the 9 holes that I caddy for him. I bet he would sign up for a 5 under right now on these 9 holes.
Right.
Get Dan to Detroit.
He's the on the bag record holder.
Get me out there. He is. Yeah. To be fair, we did play. You guys should go watch that video if you haven't on the Scratch channel. The Jake Knapp on the bag. We did. It was like by far the easiest course that we've ever done, and on the bag. Like usually we do them at like a lot of these guys' home courses, which are these big hard.
But
courses.
we're shifting towards that a little bit more, right? We're gonna try to take guys through resort courses.
I think it's fun to see them play not tour courses.
I agree.
You know, like
I totally agree.
We did one with Keegan, and we played his home course, Golf Club of New England or Country Club of New England, and it was like 4,000 yards, 9 holes. He shot 1 over and like didn't even play bad, and it was fun. It was like a different type of test, but I think it's fun to watch these guys just like in full on attack mode. Like we played Talking Stick. I mean, it's still like rated over par. It's not like a pitch and putt, but it's like a normal golf course. And he was that thing had just no chance. I mean, when you drive at 350, it's like.
I think for the series that's good too, because it's like way more relatable to see them on your course.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you watch them play tour courses all the time.
Right. Who's ready for the John Deere Classic this week?
I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it. Merido's fine, says Laz. I will say that it's a bit trite. That's a good word. Hackneyed, cliched in its design, but holds up better to modern balls clubs than any newish club I've played. There's a lot there, you know. There's a lot there as far as what was written there. There was a lot there. Pock Eater, there's a good one. 193 ball speed. No doubt about that one. Started just left center, curves right into the middle of the fairway. It's in the air forever.
Fairway skinny.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you. I mean, like this course is definitely not that easy. I mean, this is just like one of those courses where it's just you'd go there and play it, and you'd be like, he shot what? He shot 61. You know?
Yeah.
I like that Patrick Reed's in pants today. You know, someone. Is he? Yeah, someone on the lift. You know, it's a winning time. Oh, you're looking good for your top 5 on Kasuma. All right, here's Grazerman. He's also up there in the high 180s ball speed. Hits it a long, long way. Let's see. We had 193 from Pock Eater. I'm guessing 187.
Oh, that looks
82. Smooth one. Yeah, he likes it. Little cutter.
Oh, the fairway's not as skinny as I thought. It's just two-toned. I thought only the left side was the fairway on that.
Very skinny.
Flyover, yeah.
Merido's hard. Doesn't make it good, says Laz. In his final stretch, is Morikawa going to get to 20 under? Is that enough to stay warm at the range? Nah, I don't think 20 is going to do it. I just don't. No, I think there's 5 guys who are at 20, and there's a lot of holes left, including par 5s. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, but the back 9 is I think 11, 12,
yeah, 18's hard too.
18 are all like the hardest holes.
That's true. Let's see if Echeverria can post 21. Then I guarantee you 20 won't be good enough. How about that for math? You like that?
I love Nico's look.
He looks like he likes to go fast with those glasses.
Yeah, it looks like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, it looks like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Or Knuckles. He's in like the orangey red today.
Oh, Tyrrell's in a mess over at Merida, which is hard but not good. Worst hole I've ever seen. It's the worst golf hole on the planet.
Pretty decent shot.
Yeah, that was good. Joe Goldberg to tie for the lead. He's going to run out of steam. Just miss it on the right side. What happened to Fitz and Morikawa? They were up there. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Fitz is stuck in neutral at 18 under. So is Morikawa. Haven't seen them for a while. Yeah, it's going to be one of those guys at 19. Probably one of those guys at 20. Realistically, yeah, I guess Knapp could do it.
Ben Griffin hanging in there, man.
Ben Griffin, it's every week.
He's still golfing his ball.
It's every week. It's every week. He's on the team for me. It's every week. We're on the. I'm on. If you want to actually try to link up, I'm on YouTube TV, watching CBS on YouTube TV. To answer your question, Nick Gates. Nico does look fast as hell. I agree, and he's got a strange golf swing where his head stays down like an extra second, so it's like low, this, right? Yeah. And then it comes up. He goes. It's strange.
That's mechanical.
Nico has 20 feet 4 inches to post 21 under, says Joseph Boza. Thank you for the information there. Let's see.
What's Stoney talking about?
He's giving us some hypotheticals. Ricky's idea was interesting. I don't know what Ricky's idea was. What was Ricky's idea? Ricky, you have an idea?
Ricky Aguirre, our boy.
A lot of fans are wondering what you think of the Club World Cup. Well, it sounds like the players are not happy because of the weather. You know, I didn't realize that. Is the U.S. I mean, Laz is a very worldly man, so he probably knows. The U.S. is considered a pretty crazy weather place.
I don't know.
All things considered, because they've had to postpone or suspend 8 or 9 games in this competition, which I cannot remember there ever being a weather suspension during a World Cup. Maybe once, or in England it will happen once every 2 months.
Right.
So I guess the U.S. is kind of, I guess in the summer, it's kind of like a crazy weather place.
I mean, yeah, we have lots of, because of the, well, where is the,
it's all over the place.
Oh, it's all over.
But it's it's all over the place. But Philly, it was crazy hot. Miami was crazy hot.
Well,
St. Louis
is having a wild
and also
right
Midwest, it fucking rains all the time.
Somebody said 25K cash, no questions asked, or 5 attempts of a flat 20-foot putt for 100K.
Alex cooked up something.
Nice. I choose the latter, Stoney. I think I can make a 20-footer.
You guys have been asking who Joel Goldberg is?
Oh, nice.
Let me show you. Let me show you. There he is.
Sausage bean.
There he is.
Wow.
Tell me that's not good. Tell me, oh, Dan, you don't know anything about doppelgangers. You think everybody looks the exact same. What a weak call.
You do always be saying that about him.
Your doppelgangers so shit. Everyone says, oh, Dan, nice guy. Shit, doppelgangers. Look at that.
Shit, a doppelganger.
All right, Jake Knapp on 12. Don't come at my doppelganging ability. Don't doppelgang me. Oh, break left. Now it's got to sit. Oh. All right, Knapp missed it on 12.
Still cooking.
The warm seas. Here we go, Laz. This is exactly what the warm seas pinch over the states. It's called summer. Tornadoes, storms. No kidding, the EPL has never had a thunderstorm because the water doesn't get sufficiently warm.
He knows so much.
Dude, this guy knows things, huh? Paul Casey. Forgot that guy was around. Wow.
I'm more interested in, can Rahm get a top 10 than who even wins.
Bro, he's struggling. He needs to get to 3 under.
I like the
Echeverria, let's see it. Can he tie Chris Kirk? Can he get to 21 under and knock out everybody and say, this is the new target? One of the best putters on the PGA Tour this year that's going to miss on the low side.
Bush, can we make a Sonic the Hedgehog edit with Nico where his putts and his shots collect coins as they go on the...
Alex is like, damn it. Alex is like, bro, I just do split screens.
He's like, that's such a good idea though, right?
They don't look that alike, says Chase S. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Chase...
My doppelganging ability is really good. Really, really good. That's actually one of the things that, when I ask people, what's one of your favorite things about me?
Well, didn't you minor in it in college?
Yeah. Well, it was a certificate.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a full minor.
Oh, because you mentored those freshmen.
Yeah, I mentored people in the art of doppelganging.
Got it.
Grazerman, this looks like a pole, unless he's trying to hit a big draw in there. He is trying to hit a big draw in there. It's not a pole. It almost goes in the hole. Stupid Danny. Learn pin positions, bro.
Oh, it's coming back.
It's trying to.
Come on.
Max Grazerman, really good shot there into 12. Now we're going to get Potgieter from about 10 yards closer.
Watch. Does it bounce over it?
Yeah, it bounced
right next
just right. Just to the right of it. Your boy just missed. Yeah, Harold Varner.
But his shoes are great.
Okay, Aldrich Potgieter. 496 yard par 4. He's hitting 9-iron. That's why I say like this golf course is definitely like if you played this hole, you'd be like, this hole's so fucking long. You know what I mean? That looks like it's on a good line too. Oh, that's wow! Look how firm those first bounces are. Almost impossible, I feel like, to get that close because those guys are both coming in with like 8 and 9 irons.
If he can't hold a 9-iron there,
yeah, and he's hits it. You know, he's got a heavy ball.
How about that hole at Brentwood the other day? You said we were at our drives walking to our second shots, and you're like, okay, and this is where Omar hit his drive.
Yeah, Omar was playing good. Oh, I forgot to check on Corn Ferry. He made his first cut this week.
Beautiful.
Let's see where he finished.
He just yanked one.
Shipley's in 5th. Omar's 62nd. Damn, that's not going to get it done.
But good for Neil.
Neil's going to be on the PGA Tour next year, I think. It's looking that way. I mean, it's actually only 20 spots. He's like in 14th or 15th, but I think Neil Shipley on PGA Tour would get a lot of people excited.
I like that a lot.
Subaru looks like Matt Leinart. Wow, that's a name from my childhood.
Matt Leinart is playing in a pro-am with Chad Mumm and Wells Adams at the ACC.
Wait, Chad's not. He didn't make the celebrity cut. He's in the.
Just kick the camera. Sorry. No. These Chad and Wells and Austin Reeves and Matt Leinart are playing against each other in a podcast versus podcast match.
Oh, that'll be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
That'll be fun. Yeah, Matt Leinart was when I was growing up. I mean, you're not in LA, but when I was growing up, there was no pro team. They were the pro
USC,
team.
Yeah.
That was glory days.
Heisman winner, right?
I was at the USC Texas game, the really famous one. At Vince Young at the Rose Bowl.
At the Rose Bowl?
Mm-hmm. I was.
Did you ever see a game at the other, what's the other?
Coliseum?
The Coliseum?
Yeah.
That's an awesome place.
You like the Coliseum?
Penn State, USC this year, I was in the nosebleed section of the end zone. It was like the coolest, because you could see like views deep and then it's cool.
Interesting.
It's also like historic,
it is historic. It's
I also
big.
think USC campus is really cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It's just you just gotta be a little careful.
Yeah, I know.
You just gotta be a little careful. The Rose Bowl is really sweet. The Rose Bowl on a good day, you can see like the mountains in the background.
I like playing that golf course over there too.
Brookside?
Yeah.
Yep, USC Texas, Chase. It's true. I cried. I was that was 2005, maybe 2006.
You cried?
Yeah, I was a big USC fan.
Sports fans.
I was a big USC fan. That was everybody in the whole stadium knew Vince was getting the ball. Everybody in the whole stadium. They said Vince Young is 4th and 5. You know who's getting it? Vince.
What an exciting football player Vince Young was, sorry to say.
That game is known as one of the best of all time. Yeah, and rightfully so. It was a great one. How do we feel about Aldrich having scratch golf on his shirt?
Good for us.
You smell a lawsuit?
No, I mean we're with the K. We got the.
Oh,
K.
his is not with the K?
No, it's a C.
Oh, it's our brother.
Alternative spelling.
Yeah, sister company.
It's their sister company.
It's not.
It's not
for legal purposes.
Could be. Who knows? Call us.
Duncan thinks that the Rose Bowl is far superior.
He thinks what?
He thinks the Rose Bowl is far superior. I tend to agree.
We had 100 messages.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got about a zillion guys who are within 3 shots of the lead still. I mean, a guy like Hubbard or Putnam, if someone can just get red hot, this is Fitz needs
coming through.
He's only got 2 holes left. I guess he could birdie 17 and 18, but 18 is pretty difficult. All right, Pock Eater on 12. I think that Grazerman's probably going to get a look at this. To tie the lead. Needs 1 or 2 of these to go in, I feel like.
Nope.
That one's not going to do it. And that's going to have about 5-6 feet coming back. Almost wonder if he's feeling like, I got to make one of these. One of these is going to go in the hole. That was poor speed. Very poor speed. A putt that misses low and that's too hard that's a little sketchy, You want it to either be high and breaking toward the hole, or if it's low, it just trickles past, but low and too hard is just no good. I don't know if Rahm's going to do it. International born winners on PGA Tour before age 21. There's only 4. Tom Kim, Joaquin Niemann, Rory McIlroy, and Seve Ballesteros.
What a group.
That's a good stat.
What a blunt rotation.
That's a good stat. That stat is going to change though as more of the younger Europeans guys come over here earlier. All right, Grazerman, you would have seen this one. Got a good look from Pock Eater. The Victor Hovland JJ Spawn special, also known as the Tommy Fleetwood Keegan Bradley special. Everyone's just showing everybody lines. He's got that way higher, too high. Kind of knew that was going to happen. Pocketer missed it on the low side. Grazerman misses it on the high side, but Grazerman will tap in while Pocketer still got some stress. We got Chris Kirk. Laz said he's going to do something for the 40 pluses. How old is Chris Kirk? 40. There you go. 40 pluses.
May 8th. He's a May baby.
Yeah, he just entered the club about a month ago. Par 5, 14th. He's done the first part, which is hit it in the fairway. Let's see if he can hit it in 2 and get his nose out in front. It looks like it's going way right. That's going to land on top of the. Yep, it did.
Oh, go off.
Yeah. Go off, King. Run, Forrest.
Develop.
Yeah, develop. It's probably on the other side, but he probably gets a fakakta free drop.
Wouldn't it be sick to hit it off of the tarp if you could stand up there? Like, that'd be a nice lie. You could just like use the bounce, skim right off.
Well, I remember, I think it was Tony Romo when he played in some event. He hit one off, didn't he?
But it was off the like carpeted.
Yeah,
like,
but it was still the same as like a hard pan.
Yeah.
All right, Knapp. I'm sure this is just a flip after a big drive. This guy doesn't lay up. It's not really in his arsenal. Playing a low one that checks a little short. Is that going to roll back down the hill a little bit? It stays. It's about 15, 20 feet.
Too much English.
Pocketer, he's been a little sketchy on these. That one, no problem, right in the middle of the hole. So there's another pair of pars. They par 11, they par 12. We have not had much movement since we've been live here, but we will. We will very soon because this is a PGA Tour event and there's about a gazillion people who have a tie. Oh, there's Fitzy. Could he hold this one?
Yeah, there you go.
Could he hold this one? Going cack-handed, as he says. Not cross-handed, cack-handed. Could he hold this one? Oh, he almost does. He almost does. That'll be a tap-in. This is actually sneaky kind of a big week for Fitz. It's been the worst year of his career. Matt got not maybe of his career, but since he broke into the top 50, this has been the most inconsistent that he's been. He's been kind of hanging around the top 25 in the world rankings for the last 4 or 5 years. He's all the way down to 75 in the world, and and I mean he's had one top 10 on the year, and it was at the PGA Championship. A little bit better recently. He's been working with Blackburn, been working with Mark Blackburn. His approach play has been very good. He shot 63 last week at the Travelers, so he's making he's showing some signs of life, and he's 74th in the FedEx Cup, so he needs to move up that list. So this is a week that he probably didn't I would guess wasn't planning on playing at the beginning of the year, but when you're getting late in the season, you don't want to be way down there in the FedEx Cup. So Laz has got Fitzy over 1.5 career majors. You think he's got another U.S. Open in him? Man, he played so good at Brookline. It felt like he was going to kick on.
They're going to go back there in the next couple of years, aren't they?
I don't know.
I thought I saw it on not the short list, but I think in the next decade they do go back there.
That's another bomb from Pocketer.
Oh!
That's so deep. 2 really good ones in a row. That's I mean, how far is that hole?
Scooting. He
is so far down there. Let's see. I want to see where this tee shot. This hole's 402. I bet you he has 61 yards in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a hole like this, like for you would be like, and me would be like, oh, I don't know if I can carry. I don't know if I can carry these bunkers. Blah blah blah. He probably landed that here. Like he just outgrew the golf. It's like wearing a shirt that's too small. It's just too small. It's just too small.
It's funny you say that. I was told my shirt was too small that I was wearing over before I left the house today. And
who told you?
My best friend and partner and wife, Catherine.
Wow. That's gonna miss left rough. It looks like that's what the algorithm thinks. Yep, algorithm don't miss.
Algo don't miss.
Caught some thick rough too.
He's got someone's Grayson bag there. Look at that advertising.
Yeah, that's brand new.
Well, that's Detroit.
That's brand new. Is cross-handing chipping working for Fitz? Well, he's been doing it since he won the U.S. Open. So it worked. It's worked at some point. Won a major with it. Jake Knapp for birdie after that wedge shot that checked up just a little bit short. There's the worm cam, first one of the day. Get there. But how much more of a rewarding experience was that putt with the worm cam? Give me that hat.
Much better.
I wore a kind of a matching shirt today.
I buried the lead, by the way. I noticed last week watching the golf. I don't know if I heard a single this from a moment ago. I think they lied to us a few times.
If you didn't hear it, they definitely lied to you because there's a lot of the shots that aren't.
That's what we're asking for. I think they're listening.
Big media came at me for that one.
Well, aren't they going to come on the show and
No.
talk about it? Oh, okay.
Declined. I had a couple people reach out and offer their thoughts on This From a Moment Ago. I'm leading the anti This From a Moment Ago revolution. I'd call it a revolution. And I heard from some very established members of the lamestream media that said, "Oh, let me explain this to you."
Did it change?
No. First of all, I wasn't gonna listen, and second of all, I've done broadcasts.
Oh,
Like, there's not. It's not rocket science here. Chase, now he definitely was chipping cross-handed when he won the U.S. Open. Kusuma wants to win. Never mind the top 5 PS36. Yeah, but he's one bogey away from being an 8th. Don't get arrogant here. Rom tied for 11th.
let's go.
It's so on.
Can they just put RomCam on?
Rom watch is so on. Rom watch has never been more on before.
See, that would be something awesome to do.
Would just have a little Rom cam.
Yeah, or like if they're like, this is, I don't know.
All right, so Liv goes to they got Valderrama in a couple weeks, and then the Open, and then they go to Chicago to Bolingbrook, Indianapolis, and they finish in Michigan with Swedish House Mafia and Imagine Dragons. We got to go. We should go.
Where?
Michigan in August
To see Imagine Dragons?
and Swedish House Mafia
Wow, I didn't think all of those things could happen.
and
at the same
Paul
time in my
Casey
whole life.
and Junichiro Kosuma.
As long as Louis there in his short shorts.
If Louis there in the sun sleeves and the shorts, we're going. We're going. All right, Chris Kirk. Ooh, this is a spot of bother. A spot of bother on the par 5. He's got to go upstairs with the water long. It's a scary shot.
Oh, Rom just threw a dart.
Rom threw a dart. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Top 10 watch. You thought you could keep this man down. I need Torque. Dude, Torque DM me a crazy one. A crazy one about the ashes. about Neiman. Joe Goldberg made a bogey. About Neiman coming from the ashes. Let me show you this.
They're DMing you.
They DM'd it, bro. They DM'd it. Let me show you this. He goes, hope you enjoyed this one.
You want me to read it?
No, we're saving it for tomorrow. Okay. Hope you enjoy this one. Look at with the ash on his face.
Grave caller.
This army started dead now. We're gonna do it again.
Let's go.
I feel a little bit played because Torque's getting some free ads, but
I wish we knew someone that played electric guitar that could like come live on the show.
The content's really good. Chris Kirk chipping in again. Might be a little bit of a blade action here from the rough on 14. This. Did not hit the best flop shot there. Still not on the green. It was a blade.
Look at that bump. Ooh, you could see it grab. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was.
It stalled as soon as he hit it.
Yeah, that didn't go the way he was planning. Louis got a chance to win.
Louis Longlegs, let's go.
1 bogey and 14 pars on his round so far.
What a beautiful golf swing.
What a beautiful golf swing is right. One of the all-timers.
That's right.
One of the absolute all-timers. What do you think Grazerman's look? It's functional. Pants are tight.
This?
Yeah.
No, there's nothing good going on.
Nothing good?
No, sorry.
You don't like sun protection?
I do have a mea culpa for the show tomorrow on a fit I roasted.
Are you pro melanoma? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
It's worth it?
If I was topless right now, you'd get the answer to that.
349. I said 61 yards. He has 53 yards. It's a 400-yard par 4. It's just like a normal par 4. It's a flip wedge. Absolute flip wedge.
Chase said that's sick they got those acts for a concert. I wish PGA Tour would do that.
Yeah, it ain't free.
Jordan
Davis.
Yeah.
Tom McKibben. He's in the Open, which is at home in Northern Ireland. Yeah, the Hollywood zone. The homecoming no one would tell you about, We're hearing all about Shane and Rory.
I love when I went to the Open at Liverpool, one of their like local boys made it. I forget his name. It was like Matt Johnson or something like that. But they had like signs and billboards and cars everywhere with his face on it.
That's awesome. I'm excited for the Open. It's going to be sweet.
I'm really excited. I've never been to Ireland.
Yeah, we're going to Northern Ireland. But
never been to Northern Ireland.
It's still Irish Island. I'm very interested to see, how that's. I'm very interested to see how what the people on the ground say about all that, Because I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm here. I'm going to Northern Ireland. They're different countries, but it's one island.
Oh, you mean when you're on your trip at the
yeah, like do they think of it as 2 separate places, or do they all think of it as one place?
Probably depends who you talk to.
Yeah, that's
probably
true.
An older generation is gonna.
Ooh, Grazerman got a little bit lucky there. Landed in the rough and kind of trickled out to a pretty decent spot. That'll be about 15 feet for Max Grazerman to make birdie on 13.
Quite nice.
Wonder what Nico is thinking right now. He's probably having lunch with Claudia, his lovely fiance. They were on the cover of a Colombian tabloid.
Oh,
I saw that.
that's hot.
Yeah, that's hot. He's right. I don't think he thinks he has a chance. Not with these par fives coming up. But he'll wait around a little bit. Puck Eater, that's a lovely wedge shot. He struggled a lot with wedges down the stretch in Mexico. Has not played super well today. I want to say he's 1 under for the day. But a great drive, a great wedge shot, and that's sort of a peek into what, a guy, he's the longest on tour. I think he's the highest ball speed on tour. That's a preview of when he's operating. He can turn a 400-yard par 4 into literally just a drive and a flick. There's not that many guys who have that sort of overpowering ability. Here's Rahm for birdie. Oh my God, he pulled it.
Oh, you idiot.
How quick out of that was he? Wow, Rahm. Do you not care about your streak?
He walked it out.
Do you not care about the streak? Fitz made the birdie, by the way. So Fitz has got a birdie 18 to tie Echeverria.
He's about to drop to 15th.
No, that was for par, wasn't it?
That was for
birdie. For Rahm.
No?
I think it's going to be par. Patrick Reed is tied for the lead with Kosuma, your boy, Kosuma.
Why is that my boy?
No, the guy. Somebody in the chat has Kosuma top 5, which is a pretty sick bet. To be honest, pretty sick bet.
How are our bets looking right now?
Well, Grazerman is good. We have Grazerman top 20. I think it was Cameron Young, and I think it was.
Oh yeah, what did Cameron Young do?
Nothing. I think he finished like 40th, but you can tell me. But yeah, Jimenez 64 today. Man, he tried to steal it again. It would have been another win. Bones roasted Puck Eaters chipping at Mexico during the broadcast. Well, to be fair, it was really hard to watch, so I totally understand why he roasted it. T46. What about Goddard? I think we missed on him too. Yeah, T25. I think we had him T20.
Damn.
Yeah, but we had Grazerman top 10.
So these numbers could still move. We get a bogey fest going.
Yeah, everyone in the world bogeys 18. We got a chance.
18 is the hardest hole on the course.
18 is the hardest hole on the course. Ooh. I'm gonna talk to Parker. Maybe we do that pitch from Puck Eater on 13.
Grazerman for the co-lead.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking the.
I got you.
That's the rehearsal and practice.
Something important happening.
That's the rehearsal and practice.
My controls.
You got it. You're on controls.
My controls.
Okay.
Here's Grazerman.
Here's Grazerman. I'll take it.
Looking like an ass.
Here's Grazerman on 13. Just runs out of speed. Missed on the low side. We have the Quaker Ridge Open here a little bit. Max Grazerman, Quaker Ridge member. Matt Fitzpatrick, Quaker Ridge member. Dan Rapp, former.
Look at this graphic.
Yeah,
that's like crazy.
Yeah, they have some graphics on the LIV side.
What does that mean?
It means if you hit it left in the water, you're going to make a big number.
Oh, I thought it was like where
that's in the water. That's in the water, guys. The streak is dying before our eyes. Ramesh just pulled one dead into the water. Nope. It stayed up. Nope.
Did it?
Yes. It stayed up. That looked like it was going in the water.
Yeah.
He found the only cut out there. Maybe the streak is still alive. Morikawa short for eagle. Bangs out the birdie, -19, Nick Gates. I don't know if you happen to win, he's out now because Echeverria is in at -20. Nice live commentary too. Johnny Q, we watch everybody.
41. I would trade a Sum 41 concert for 10 in a row Imagine Dragons concerts. That is be sick.
PGA Tour goes, we have Imagine Dragons at home. It's Sum 41.
New Radicals.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We have the guys who sing Fireflies.
we got
Magic City, not Magic City, Owl City.
Owl City.
Yeah. Ooh. I think they're Michigan guys, aren't they?
You might believe your eyes.
I love that song. I think they're from Michigan. Chipped in for birdie today. Felt good to do it in front of a guy with a Sunday red vessel bag. Thomas, you're playing with some ballers. Nice chip. What'd you shoot? How'd everyone play this weekend?
Yeah.
I want to hear about the rounds. I tied for my lowest amount of bogeys ever on. I made one bogey.
I've never shoot
1 under, but it was like just very, 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 very solid. Like I'm starting to play a little bit better. I'm playing more, so I'm starting to play a little better.
You were even through 9 when I texted you.
Yeah. I played good on the back.
Great back 9.
Puck Eater. There it is, Aldrich. That's a big up and down. That's a big wedge shot for the confidence. And after a 1 over through 5 start, he's been 3 under since for Aldrich Puck Eater. Big time bounce back, and he is tied for the lead, trying to become just the 5th international player to win before the age of 21. Now, I wonder what's going to happen with this Colin Morikawa birdie. Okay, this is a perfect one because this was from earlier, right? Because our boy just told us. Guys, they say this earlier from Colin Morikawa. Please,
let us know.
Please tell me they didn't say this from earlier for Colin Morikawa, because then we'll know that the whole thing is a house of cards. If they did say it, it's still a house of cards.
If they did say it, it was too soon after we just talked about that for me not to have a conspiracy.
Something's up.
Who watching?
Dan, you got a favorite public course around Los Angeles? Rustic Canyon, I would say.
Roosevelt.
I got a soft spot for Rancho just because I played my high school matches there.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
I actually think that the layout is pretty solid. It's just not.
I've never been able to get a tee time.
Well, you got to know the right people.
Yeah,
really. You got to
know that guy with the.
You got to be plugged into the mafia to get a tee time there. But no,
guys, Rom's not even on the first page.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Colin acting weird. We're gonna talk all about it tomorrow on the show.
Guys, we need to know if they said the words. We don't have the sound on the broadcast. Let us know if they said this a moment ago.
Chris Kirk, it's not that hot in Texas. Hasn't even hit 100 this summer. Okay, it's basically 60
Dallas
and
is
sunny.
weird though. Like it will be 30 degrees tomorrow in Dallas.
Yeah,
my dad lives there. He tells me like almost every day.
Yeah, I feel like it's either too hot or too cold.
Yeah.
Chris Kirk looked like he's gonna save par on 15. A little bit of a scramble job though. The finish line's in sight now, and not point and shoot like it was before.
Guys, the Jake Knapp versus Dan Rapaport End of the Bag Challenge is now up on Scratch's YouTube channel.
Here we go, baby.
You want to pull it up in a separate tab.
Here we go.
And give it a like and subscribe.
Watch Jake Knapp while you watch Jake Knapp.
And then maybe have a nap. It's Sunday.
And then maybe have a nap. We got USA Costa Rica at 4 o'clock. I got USA Costa Rica. I'm locked in.
Is his handle, is it Nap Time Limited? Is that what the LTD stands for?
He always does hashtag LTD all the time. I think it means something.
I wish it was limited.
It's not lose the day. WCD win the day.
I just thought it was his corp. Sounds like his consulting company.
How long is this video? Dude, if it's under 3 minutes, it's going to get absolutely smashed.
It'll be fine.
We'll talk about it later, but.
Oh, because that's like a rule?
Yeah, because they can be shorts up to 3, so they just get smashed.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Respect to Chris for sharing his story. Yeah, Chris Kirk, that's right. He's been sober for a while now. Turned his life around. What are your thoughts on using a bot to book tee times at heavily contested courses? Do what you got to do, man.
No.
No?
Don't do that.
Hold out?
We should
don't play them?
What about people that don't know how to do that? Come on, let's all be on the same page. Human versus human.
This feels like kind of a philosophical difference that we have here.
You're gonna call it utter woke nonsense.
It's utter woke nonsense. You gotta live with your feet on the ground.
So you're gonna make me have to know how to use a bot now because
if the alternative is not playing the golf course, then yeah, I'm team bot. You're gonna morally object to it. You could say yes. You might just be a better person than I.
I don't know if I morally object to it as much as I'm that's a bummer, man.
Okay, Nick Gates says ESPN Plus. Maybe he was watching on ESPN Plus. But unless they said this from a moment ago, which no one has said they said, then everything is a lie. They're all from a moment ago. Kasuma's tied for the lead.
Oh, wow.
What?
I was just reading what you were reacting to. 5 minutes would be a lot.
Rancho Park is the easiest place to play as a single. All you need to do is give the starter $20 upon arrival. There you go, Ben. If you're ever curious, driving on Pico.
As an only child, never had a problem with that.
Yeah. Tyrrell tie for the lead, too. We got a 3-way tie. Patrick Reed, Kosuma, and Tyrrell Hatton. And Tyrrell's just hit a dart into 14. He's going to have about 8 feet to get his nose in front. Bot Dan. They're calling me Bot Dan.
Why?
Because I'm pro-bot.
Pro-bot?
Yeah.
I have embraced ChatGPT recently.
It's an amazing tool.
It's pretty useful. Do you want anything?
No. Is there any waters in there?
No.
Okay, then no. All right, Pock Eater on 14, par 5. He's got to be half chub when this guy gets to a par 5. Starts a bomb down the left, 196 ball speed. That's cutting right back to the middle. Pock Eater's flushing. Pock Eater's starting to flush. That's 3 perfect drivers in a row. That is way down there.
Show me how to use bots. Yeah, you know what? Now I'm pro bot because I want the community to help each other.
Exactly.
Guys, teach them how to do it.
Exactly.
Teach me how to dug.
Jake Knapp, bunker shot on the par 5. That's got to stop. That's about 4.5 feet for Jake Knapp to get to 20. Pretty important putt there. Pretty important putt on the par 5. With his length, you got to take advantage of those. Pock Eater safe in the fairway, probably 350. It's warm. It's going far in Detroit. Already on 14. These watch-alongs go so quick when they play in twosomes.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Grazerman came out of that one a little bit, missing down the right side. Gets over a bunker, though, and the lie is pretty decent. I think he'll be able... There is some water in front, it looks like, on this hole. Yeah, there's water, so he might be... But he should be able to hit it into one of those bunkers down the right. Jackson Suber on 17 for eagle.
And co-lead.
And co-lead. Leaves it well short, though. How did I get good at golf? Played from a young age. I think it makes a big difference. Played with Laven growing up, Laz. Come on, you know that. All right, Thor Bjornsson to get to 20. We kind of forgot about him, but don't, because that curls in the right side, and Michael Thor Bjornsson is to 20 under par, and he's got a par 5 coming up, so throw his hat in the ring.
Stack it up.
The Looper Chronicles. We got Morikawa at 19 under. Well, his new boss is with Michael Thor Bjornsson. He's at 20 under. Morikawa's filling caddy, by the way. He's going to get a nice check. He was like 6th alternate in the Corn Ferry event this week, so he didn't play. I actually remember KK Limbasuit. I actually remember playing junior golf against him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's gotten so
mini
loud
tour
I can't
legend
even
now.
keep up with the swapping.
What do you mean the swapping?
I'm lost on the recoupling.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things are crossing. It's getting a little messy in the villa, you know? All right, Suber for birdie on 17. Needs this to get to 20 under par. Gets it. Okay, so we got 20 unders are all over the place.
Stack them up.
We got 6 guys within one shot of the lead. Pock-Eater, Kirk at 21 under, Grazerman, Echeverria, Suber, and Thor Bjornsson at 20 under. It's getting tight in Detroit. What a great finish. What a great finish for our last watch along.
Say what you will about low scores, but as long as they're all tight and it's a shootout going down to the end,
yeah, and it's also
40 under. It's all relative.
It's all relative, and it's it's the Rocket Classic. It's the Rocket Don't Say Mortgage Classic. It's not the United States Open.
Right.
Not every golf tournament, not everywhere is Oakmont. And even last week, I thought last week was going to be more of a birdie fest than it was. Dan, will you ever see you play golf with the rest of Barstool? Show Beef, Riggs, Trent, and Frankie how it's really done. I would do it. Maybe one of these days. I would do it. Again, I'm starting to play nice. I've got some really, really, really good golf coming up. I'm really excited. I've got 6 rounds, maybe 7 rounds in Ireland. And I've got my Mid-Am qualifier 1 month from yesterday. Starting to track some stuff with Arcos. We're going to get into that on the show. Told me I'm a very good iron player. I was on 1 round.
Really?
Well, 1 round. Liked my iron play a lot. Said my iron play was really good. Last watch along. So, Steven, last watch along. We're off the next 2 weeks. I leave on Saturday for Ireland, so we're going to miss John Deere, and then I'm still going to be playing golf on Sunday. Maybe we'll do a watch along. I could do a watch along from I'll probably be on the Guinness. It might be a fun watch along. But yeah, maybe I'll do one for Scottish. I don't know. Scottish is an amazing field. It's like, it's not a signature event, but it's like, because all the guys go over there to play.
Yeah. What's it called? The Alfred Dunlinks?
No. They just all go over to play Scottish and then Open. So they go a week before because they all want to get accustomed to the time change and the turf. So like, I think it's like the top 5 players are all playing. Amazing. Ryder Cup was some of the best content I've seen, not just in golf. That was a hilarious week. I hope you remember the shot I hit on the 16th hole.
Writers Cup?
Yeah.
I was before my time.
We did a Writers Cup at Barstool.
That's a pretty funny.
It was a Ryder Cup style competition. It was all of the Barstool personalities. And I think I was the best player there. And I just got the entire time. Like, when you're the best player in a tournament, you're just like,
you're gassed up.
The opposite.
Oh, really?
Like, everyone's just like, oh, this guy, like, oh, blah, 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 like scratch golfer, and then you hit one bad shot, they're like, I can do that. You know what I mean? You got a target on your back.
I was gonna say I would have leaned in and just been like venomous.
Who's gonna win this tournament? I'll say Aldrich. I think the young buck. I think he's learned from Mexico. I think this is his time. I think
he's got the mo right now.
Yeah. Here's Jake Knapp though. This is a big putt to get to 20 under.
Really would like this to go in.
Jake Knapp. Yep,
man.
Right in the middle. So Jake Knapp gets it to 20 under. Guys, we've got 7 within 1 shot of the lead. Sometimes, typically when Scotty Scheffler is playing, these watch-alongs can become, how much is X, and X in this scenario is Scotty Scheffler going to win by? Not today. Grazerman. Now, this is a tricky shot. It looks like the lie is pretty decent. It's only 235, so he might be able to hit kind of 5-iron short right, but it is below his feet. It's not the cleanest lie in the world. Scottish is a dual DP World Tour, PGA Tour event now. Yes, that's right. So you get a bunch of DP World Tour guys, but you also get a bunch of the top PGA Tour players because everyone seems to like to go play a week earlier. All right, Grazerman. Big time shot here on 14.
What a hack at it.
Yeah, he's gone after it.
Oh, he's looking way right.
It must be going way right. No, it's right at it.
Oh, right.
Right at it. But these greens are difficult to hold, and that's going to be a pretty tricky bunker shot coming back toward the front of the green. Couldn't have hit a better shot. Just rolled right through it. But that was flying right at the flag. He was running out to see if it was as good a line as he thought it was. 338 carry for Potgieter, 154 at Apex, which is so high. Like so high. 150. I got to really stretch to get it like 107, 110 in the air. That's big time. And he's got just a mid iron. I would guess 194 is probably 7 iron from Potgieter. How many are going to the playoff is the question today. It does feel like we might get a playoff.
I hope so.
Potgieter's hit a high one that's bleeding. Is it too far right? It is, but it goes through the bunker. It doesn't go in the bunker and is in a little patch of rough, just short right. So that short game is going to be tested once again.
I don't hate that shot.
No, he was going after it.
It's like looks short-sided and tough, but it's probably just a pretty standard
it looks like
stand-up chip.
Yeah, it looks like the lie is decent. He should be able to get enough height on it. But he probably, it was probably a good number, and he probably thought if that lands like another yard, yeah, just if it see how it kicked dead right.
It didn't get the left kick.
Yeah, if it landed, just a foot to the left, it might have kicked on the green.
Did he hit a cut or a draw?
Yeah, he hit a cut.
Yeah, that's fine.
He hit a cut. I like Kirk Fine to answer Dakari Daniels to answer your question. I like Chris Kirk Fine, but he's got 6 wins. He's 40 years old. We got a 20-year-old kid who's trying to make history with a lowercase h. I will say, it's not it's not Bobby Jones completing the career Grand Slam. It's not Rory McIlroy completing the career Grand Slam, but it would be just the 5th player.
I think Dakari. I'll be happy if Kirk wins because it's one for Tempo Town. But I understand where Dan's coming from.
It's your swing daddy.
Yeah.
Really solid shot from Chris Kirk into 16. He's going to have about 20, 25 feet for birdie. Potgieter's only 19 feet from the hole, so that's working to his favor. Here is Knapp on 15. Just 158 yards.
Make it, dude. Just make it.
Looks like it's coming in there kind of drivey on the low side. Not bad.
He's had a lot of English on his.
Short and right on 15 for Jake Knapp. Looked like he was trying to hit kind of a penetrating draw to a back left pin.
Rom watch. He's T13 at 2 under still.
Yeah, he's going to birdie the last to finish tie for 8th. You know how that's going to go. I'm all for drama, says Laz, but this Potgieter makes some of the worst decisions I've seen in pro golf. Grazerman is gassing it everywhere. Knapp is a poser, and Suber ain't ready. It's Kirk's week. Wow. Got personal there. Suber on 18 for left. That is hooking.
Great place to watch from if you're a voyeur, though. Hiding out behind that Joe Goldberg fence back there.
Kind of behind a wall. He kind of likes it over there.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're not playing any more signature events. Why not? Why not PS36? You didn't like Travelers? Here's Colin Morikawa for birdie. Could he sneak to 20? Needs this to have any chance to be in this tournament. Just slides by on the low side. Colin's not going to win. He's going to finish in a tie with Fitzy. I think Fitzy. Did Fitzy par 18? We didn't see what happened for Fitzy on 18. But yeah, going to be a big paycheck for, Fitz finished at 19, tied with Colin Morikawa. Going to be a nice paycheck for the Phil and Caddy. Max Grazerman from this sort of short side. It doesn't have a lot of green to work with. Looks like it's sloping away from him too. Hopefully this will have some height. It does have some height. Ooh. It just landed too far. He caught a little bit of the ball. It's hard. That's a really, really difficult shot. That's why I think Potgieter. I think that green. Let's see. I think that green.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it angled?
I think it's angled toward. Yeah, it's coming back straight back toward Potgieter. So if he can, this is like on.
It's a makeable chip.
Well, I always say this, on a Tuesday practice round. This is very much makeable. But on the 14th hole of the PGA Tour event, trying to win your first, it's all these chips become.
Just hit a soft little guy, let it trickle right to left a little bit.
Right to left a little bit. We saw Chris Kirk have a pretty similar one. He was a little bit closer, so he was able to do it with the belly of the wedge.
I like that we get to see this hands work.
Hands team, yeah. You can't just bash your way to winning a PGA Tour event. There's going to have to be a little bit of English, a little bit of guile. Suber just hit one OB. It did go OB. I thought it was going to be okay, but left of that whatever tent situation. He likes hanging out in the trees over there. All right, Pock Eater. It's a pretty. The lie is about as good as you could hope for. He's done really well. He's done really well. It was right on line, probably a foot and a half short. Looks like Pock Eater's going to get to 22 under par. Looks like Aldrich's going to be our new leader here. The kid. 40 against 20. We like round numbers.
40-20, man.
40, Mr. 40-20. Chris Kirk against Aldrich Pock Eater. 370 starts versus 20 starts. 6 wins versus 0 wins. It's getting good, guys. It's getting good. We're going to have a new leader. I'm giving that to Pock Eater. It's only 2 feet 2 inches. We're giving him that putt.
We like the kid.
We like the kid.
Become a figure in our sport, sir. Go forth. I think he was like relatively disappointed. Yeah.
I think he was. I think it was just like very makeable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like uphill, not a very long shot, and he probably hit it exactly how I wanted. It looked like it was tracking right at it. Here's Chris Kirk to get to 22. Can he get there? Can he steal one on the par 3 before the par 5? No, it's well short. Short from Chris Kirk. Been stuck in neutral a little bit since we came on the stream. He's going to stay at 21 under going to the par 5.
Bryson just did. Oh, that was a look back.
That was a look back.
He did something with some attitude.
Rahm still 1 shot back of T9. It's all to play for. We don't see guys like Aldrich and Suber at signature events. You're a sicko. I like it. You like seeing the depth. Ricky Aguirre's back. What's up, party people? What's up, Ricky? We missed you. We wondered where you were. I would very much consider Patrick Reed and Brooks dead serious. Also feel like I'd give Pooj a look. I think it's Pooj, maybe Puig. Well, there's a player on the Galaxy named Ricky, and he spells his last Ricky Pooj, and he pronounces it Pooj. I don't know.
I just know David Puig from the old. He was an old.
U.S. team is too tied into the PGA Tour, more live bias than Europe. I think
Wormcam.
I think Reed's got a better chance than Koepka. Okay, Wormcam for Max Grazerman. That's not going to break left. Kind of powered it through the break a little bit, so Grazerman's going to have a couple feet left for his par. That is not entirely in yet. Meanwhile, Chris Kirk cleaning up on 16. No problem there. So he'll head to the last par 5 of the golf tournament at 21 under par. And those 20 unders, all right, I guess there's only one 20 under in the clubhouse. Nico Echeverria. He's maybe starting to call the Uber.
Maybe order a BLT because it's fast.
Yeah, something fast. Yeah, you don't need like a beef Wellington right now. We want something that the grill could cook up in 5 minutes.
Have you ever had a place called Breadhead?
Yes, right over here.
Yeah.
It's the biggest sandwiches in the world.
I had a BLT from there yesterday.
Did you get the full side or the half?
We got the full. We split it.
Yeah, it's insane how big it is, right? Yeah.
Dude, it's so good.
The half one's like a massive sandwich.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that place is good. Was the line out the door?
No, we ordered it on our drive down for the beach and then picked it up.
Dakari, what time will this tournament be over? In about an hour. Michael Ocean, what's your go-to In-N-Out order? Double meat. I don't eat cheese.
Oh yeah.
So I just go double meat.
You know what I do in and out? I go through the drive-through and then I don't stop and then I go home and I order Shake Shack because it's better.
Oh, you just
that's my In-N-Out
okay,
order.
Nice. That's a good one.
You like
there.
that?
The delivery was good. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, you just get a shake? Like, how much patience do you have?
No, I go to the Better Burger.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, no, but they don't have a drive-through.
They have Seamless or DoorDash.
Pock Eater in for birdie. So that's 22 under. We have reached 22.
We like the kid.
We have reached 22, and that's 4 under in his last 9 holes. 4 under in his last 9 holes for Aldrich Pock Eater. That's a strong comeback. Here's Jake Knapp on 15. Short, but not going to be an issue. He'll be able to tap that in. He's not thrilled. Thor Bjornsson on 17. What a huge drive. 356 off the tee for Thor Bjornsson, and that is way up in the air, that second shot. It's holding its line maybe a touch left. Gets a nice kick onto the front of the green. Actually, kind of a soft kick, but that should be pretty doable. That should be pretty doable to get to 21 under for Thor Bjornsson. Another young kid.
I like him too.
Another young kid. Fresh out of PGA Tour U.
Here's with Joel Goldberg creeping from behind the leaderboard.
It wasn't out of bounds. Fake news out of Laz. Sort of undermines all the amazing insights he gives us, you know? He gives and he takes. Whataburger is awesome. Got to go Whataburger. That's the go.
I've done Whataburger in Texas.
There's a place Burger Lounge on Samsonite. Have you been there?
No.
I got to try that.
Heard of it. We get a place called Window sometimes that's good for burgers.
Window?
The Window. And then there's a place called
Hamburger Hamlet.
Burger She Wrote.
Wow. Oh, like Murder She Wrote.
Burger She Wrote.
That's clever. That's clever.
Smash burgers.
Smash burgers. That's when they press them down. Yeah. A little bit of a wait on 15T. It looks like, guys, we're in the last 4 holes. Get your likes in, get your comments in, tell your friends. We're about to watch the finish of another PGA Tour event before we're off for 2 weeks. I'm putting my heart and my soul and my heart and my soul and my loins into this stream. Chris Kirk on 17. Big tee shot here. He loves it. He loves it. He took the tempo there all the way into the tee pickup. He went like this, boom, and then it was like never stop moving. It was just, that was art. That was art.
Just smooth.
Smash burger, steak burger, or traditional? What's it? Steak burger's like a thicker one? Not those, because those can be kind of chewy.
I'm traditional. I want the one that's like medium rare on the inside. Like,
yeah.
You're a Chicago guy, right?
I mean, I went to school there.
You ever go to Au Cheval out there?
Yeah.
The one in New York I went to. That is a rich burger.
Fort Charles or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the best burger I ever had, though, is Raoul's in New York or Red Hook Tavern in New York.
Red Hook Tavern's dope. We used to go there for...
Oh, yeah.
Tyrole's taking chunks out of Mary Doe. Here is Puck Eater. It's cutting toward the flag on 15, away from the flag, I should say, and it's a little bit long. It's gonna that short game's gonna be tested again.
What's your best?
That's gonna be tested again.
I don't think I ever asked you that.
Nothing crazy. 4 under, I think. 4 under, maybe 5 under one time. Competition, best I ever did was 3 under.
1 over is mine in amateur play. This is all I've ever done.
In amateur, in recreational play.
Recreational amateur play.
So. Puck Eater's, he's got to rely on his chipping here. He's long of 15. It's another good lie, so he doesn't, have to navigate that piece as much. But putting a little bit of stress on the short game. Hatton meltdown incoming. I think it's here. I think we're there. All right,
we saw it.
Let's see if Grazerman, like Laz said, has been chopping it around a little bit. It's been very, very scratchy from Mr. Grazerman, but it's only 158 yards. Looks like the pin's kind of over a ridge back left. Rico Bene's breaded steak sandwich in Chicago. It's the most underrated food item in the Windy City. There's some
Love that.
Insider knowledge. Jackson Suber for birdie on 18. Can he be the first to post 21? He cannot, and he will have a little bit of a tester, a little bit of an ass clincher, as we call him, clincher, a little bit of an ass clincher.
Ass clincher. That's a different putt.
Yeah, clinch that.
That's
ass.
the one to win.
Yeah.
That's all those putts Arnie used to make on 18.
Yeah. Jeez. All right. Grazerman on 15. Let's see if we can hit that high draw. Maybe land it a little short left. Get the kick. Use the contours to your advantage. We got 4 holes to play on LIV too. It looks like we're going to be perfect with our finish.
The 18th at Merido is a 528-yard par 4.
It's championship right there. It's championship golf. Bryson just stuck it close for birdie on LIV. Thank you for the update.
But not nice for Rahm.
He's got
to make birdie go birdie. He's got a par 5, which
is he? Well, no, he could get to 9.
2 to play.
He's at 2 under still.
Yeah,
he just needs to get to 3 under right now. He's only got 2 to play.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
that's what I'm saying.
It's getting dicey. There's a burger on Pico by Rancho called the Apple Pan, and it is glorious.
Oh, the Apple Pan is so good. Yes.
Can I tell you something? Emma and I went there maybe like a month ago. I was a little disappointed.
Oh, you know what?
The fries were meh.
It's hit or miss.
The fries
I've had
were
a bad
meh.
time.
It's a cool spot. It's it's sort of like old school LA. It's one of those, you got to sit at the counter.
Yeah, and you go in the picnic tables.
Yeah, like it's a cool spot.
I've had a great burger there and then a meh burger there. But
yeah, well, that's
when it's good, it's good.
Batting 500 is just nice. I need consistency out of my burger. I need mass-produced Shake Shack.
Batting 500. I mean, that's pretty good.
If your restaurant has sold less than 2 billion burgers, I don't want it. Thorbjorn, almost missed it, did Michael Thorbjornsen, but gets it to go. So he's birdied 3 of his last 4. He's at 21 under. So 20 under is not going to do it. I've said that. I said 23 was going to win this tournament outright. No, I said 23 playoff, didn't I? I said 23 playoff, 24 outright. Let's see.
No, I said 24 outright.
Oh, I said 23 maybe?
You said 23 outright.
God, I'm sure. I like my guess. It's a bunch over there in LIV too. They've got 8 guys within two shots of the lead, and there's only 54 in the tournament. So...
Man, if only Rahm had 18 more holes, he definitely would top 10.
He would definitely top 10.
Look at this graphic.
Yeah, I don't know. This one doesn't do much for me.
This looks like...
Do you mean to tell me that the closer you get, that you make more putts? Is that what you're... Is that the thing you're trying to run by me right now? So you...
Looks like a big...
So you're telling me...
Hold on.
The closer you get to the golf hole, the better chance you have him. That is, whew. Hillstone. That's a great shout from Laz. Hillstone has a bunch of restaurants in LA, and they're always bangers. R&D Kitchen, South Beverly Grill.
Oh, okay.
The Wagyu burger at High Hose is the best. Okay.
I don't know High Hose. Burger Chat.
I'll tell you what, it's hot in Detroit, and I'm on the other side of the state, and it's hot with a bunch of teas. It's summer, baby. It's hot in Detroit, and I'm sure it's hot in Dallas too. All right, Potgieter has reached his ball on 15. The short game's going to be tested here. Yeah, I think it was me. Joe Boza says, one of you said 23 playoff, 24 hour. I think it was me.
All right, sorry, Joe. You're right.
Well, I don't know. But it's 2 versus 1 now.
Joseph doesn't get anything.
Yeah, Joseph's a numbers guy. Okay, Potgieter. Ooh, that one looked a little heavy.
Yikes, dude.
The chipping woes might be back. He hit a really, really good one on 13, like a 50-yard wedge shot. He hit a really, really good one on 14.
He was thinking about that last chip.
And that one, he just stuck it in the ground. That thing needed to carry up to the top of that ridge, and it didn't. It's going to be a stressful one down the stretch for Aldrich Potgieter. He's got a long par putt after finally getting his nose in front. Thor Bjornsson on 18. If that's not a good drive, then I don't know what good drives look like. That is a frozen 1-yard draw, 2-yard draw maybe.
Just the tracker's green from the minute it.
Yeah, I mean, like that thing was never going anywhere except for right down the middle.
Everett, Kirk is not toast, especially with Potgieter.
Who's not toast?
Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk's not toast at all. Kirk is not toast at all. He's in the fairway on the par 5. Grazerman from about 50 feet, maybe. Yeah, Potgieter's he was 42 feet away there, and he only hit it 20 feet. He's got 22 feet left. Didn't even get it halfway there.
Yeah, we got a bit of a worm cam on the chip, and you could tell.
And it wasn't good. All right, beautiful speed from Grazerman. He'll tap in for par. Kind of amazing that he's still probably only going to be 1 shot behind. He's hit a real lull in his round. Here's Chris Kirk. All right, big shot here on 17, the par 5. Chris Kirk from the middle of the fairway, the 5-iron. When I see Chris Kirk with a 5-iron, I think of the walk-off birdie he made on 17 at Kapalua. Can he do it again with the 5-iron? It starts right. This thing is hooking. That's got to be too far left.
That was Mac Boucher.
Oh, he tried to get to that pin. Oh, it just landed a little short. That was the right shape.
He tried to get too spicy with that, man.
Hi-Ho used the same Wagyu as Matu. Matu just opened down the street. Get the Philly cheesesteak at Matu. Nobody ever talks about it when we're doing. Well, we got a food chat.
I love it.
We got a food chat. The boys are hungry. All right, 16. Jake Knapp, 20 under par. Ooh, that's got to be high and left. He doesn't look like he loves it. It's right at it.
Oh,
God, I got to learn these pins. Just a little bit short from Jake Knapp. He was trying to turn one in there and get to access that back left pin, but it's a little bit short.
He's the only one that's holding green, like putting tons of spin on the ball. And
he's hitting it really high. Okay, par putt for Potgieter.
I just realized how. Well, this is important. I won't talk about that.
Don't talk about that. Sorry. You can.
No, you know.
You can talk about anything you want. All right, Potgieter bogey. So back down to minus 21, and that minus 23 number now not looking like a playoff. I think 23 would win this tournament.
I was just going to say they showed Charles Howell over here, and I had never seen anybody else in a Crushers uniform except Bryson. Yeah. I was like, who is that? Is that
like Paul Casey's got the Crushers. Paul Casey's trying to win the tournament with the Crushers on. But yeah, that's Bryson's fit.
It's just like his look.
Yeah, the Reebok shirt with those gray.
Yeah.
With the gray pants.
Well,
and the
Howell
hat
has
too.
the striped one on too, like that he's been wearing. Like
it's the Bryson.
The Bryson. It's like the 50-yard bunker shot. There's Paul Casey, the Crusher.
That looks like a scary tee shot.
Yeah, it's Bay Hill 6.
On 15, yeah.
Speaking of the Bryson, he's just trying to be Bryson.
He's trying to channel his Bryson. Are the guys just better athletes this day? He's asking for Potgieter. He's got more speed, right? He's got more speed.
I'll take a few of those.
I would be curious to see like what does Aldrich Potgieter look like in 10 years, you know? Well, no, I'm just saying, like, you know, does he?
I didn't. That's not what I thought you were.
Does he go the Rory route? You know, does he, or does he? You know, little throwback, you know, Craig Stadler type action.
He can go either way. I mean, he can get cut, and then it probably would benefit him in his game.
I don't know.
I don't know. Your body feels differently. Yeah.
I will say, he's got a big build.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's ever gonna be a skinny guy.
I think the wide stance that he takes, like, that gives him an advantage with that power. I think you're gonna say what he's gonna look like. Never mind. I think you're like painting a scenario of like, I wonder what he looks like with a bathing suit on.
No, I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking in a golf sense.
In a bikini.
In a golf sense, you know? What's he gonna look like in a golf sense? All right, guys. Just a couple holes left. 3 holes left for the leaders.
Laz acting like he doesn't know everything there is to know about GLP-1s with that comment. Come on, Laz.
What is that? Is that Ozempic?
Yeah.
Yeah. The fat shot?
Or Wegovy.
Oh, wait, is it Wegovy's a... You know,
Laz works in healthcare, so he knows
all he does?
About that shit, yeah.
I feel like that's got to have been like an earthquake in the healthcare space. Because it's a diabetes drug, wasn't it?
Yeah. But now it's like...
So they just switched it? Like, do they still give it out for diabetes?
Yeah.
So there's people like, oh yeah, no, I'm on Ozempic for the diabetes.
Yeah, big time.
Bro, yeah.
That's a common thing.
Wow, so I'm watching the LIV on the Fox app. Shows me ad 2 of 7.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing. I'm not saying that there is more. That 7 is more ads than the normal ads that I see. But when I see ad 2 of 7, that pisses me off.
Yeah, you're like on Tuesday of the week.
You know how you talked about preserving some mystery with the golf shots? I want to preserve. I don't want to know that there's 4 more because now if I'm commercial 2 or 3, I'm pissed because I'm tuning the fuck out.
Oh yeah,
until commercial 6. I'm not even paying attention. You know what I'm saying?
They should just put a 15-second clock up when.
Yeah, and then just keep redoing it.
No, just at the last 15 seconds, just be like, "You're almost there, baby."
But then you got to charge more for the last one. I think. I don't know. I don't know if there's dynamic pricing on these.
It's a different business than we're in.
Grazerman on 16 looks like he likes that one. That was a 3-wood 176 ball speed. It was also wild when we were doing the 2018 watch along, which was only 7 years ago. Rory's 3-wood ball speed was like 168.
I heard he said
165. Yeah. Tiger is hitting drivers like 168 ball speed. You just don't see that anymore.
But Tiger's hitting the ball like 325 yards. Yeah. That was fun to watch.
It was hot as hell. All right, Nap. Ooh, this is on a good line. It's got potential. Does it get there?
Come on.
Oh, it doesn't. Runs out of speed. Just short left. I'm finding myself rooting for Nap, Potgieter, and Thorbjornsen. That's a lot. That's half the leaderboard.
Nap and Potgieter. I think it's those 2 guys.
The non-diabetes option is called Zepbound, and it's generically compounded as Dude, this guy is this guy's an oracle.
He's a brilliant.
All right, this is a huge bunker shot for Chris Kirk. He's in a pretty good spot. Pretty simple bunker shot. Splash, trickle. It's a little bit short.
Even his bunker splash shot is smooth. Yeah, like his tempo does not change.
He's Dr. Smooth. That's about 6 feet for birdie to get into the solo lead, actually, after Potgieter's bogey. All right, Potgieter's hit 3 really perfect drives in a row. Just absolutely mashing it. Let's see. He's lined up down the left side.
Yowza.
He's giving it a rip, and there's another really good one.
That is a rip.
He is driving it really, really, really nice. Did it clear that bunker?
We're gonna place it right between them.
Ooh. Yeah. It looks like it's hard to tell.
Is it a drain?
I can't tell if that's a drain. I can't tell if that's a divot. I can't tell if that's just the angle.
We shall see.
Thorbjornsen, we haven't seen anyone make a birdie on 18 since we've been watching. 317 off the tee.
Second, like a nice little salty.
Second shot into the last for Michael Thorbjornsen. Does it stay on that top tier? It does not. Just a little bit too much spin. That was just a little too far right, and now it's kind of an awkward chip. Oh, that was a missed opportunity there with JJ Jakovac on the bag. Oh,
he just had such a nice little baby draw. He
just needed a little. He needed a toddler draw. You know, he needed like a adolescent draw.
Joseph Boza wants to know if you're going to talk to the deer winner from Ireland.
No. I'm telling you, I'm going to be. I'm off the grid. I'm off the. I'm. It's going to be hard for me. Like if I was going to like Costa Rica or somewhere where it was like, you know, not a golf trip,
right?
It would be pretty easy for me to like. I'm going to be playing like Port Marnock and Ballybunion and Lahinch. Like I have a really hard time believing that I'm not going to like think of some sort of situation there. Should I do some day in the lives?
Why not?
Do
some outfit vlogs?
This is day 1 of me and my buddy's 30th birthday trip to Ireland. We started the day with a Guinness. Then we played the first 2 holes. Then I made a birdie, so I had another Guinness. then we played 3 more holes, and I made a bogey, so I had another Guinness. Nap, bomb on 17. 193 balls. This is like a long drive contest in the end here with Thorbjornsen and Nap. Wow.
That's fun.
That went far because that one,
Ooh.
Pocketers was spinning about like 3,000 spin. Naps was a lower spin, so it might be a little bit less ball speed, but I bet you he's just as long. Let's see how far that tee shot went from Mr. Jake Knapp on the 17th hole. Come on, give us a size. Oh, that's Mark Hubbard. Oh, only 346, Mark. This is going to be 380. This might be
Our knockaround, bro.
I'm just going. Yeah, Mark Hubbard is a knockaround, bro. I'm going Naps. I'm going to say this is 370, just based on where Hubbard hit it. How do you think the Arcos data will help you in your Irish golf trip when the wind is blowing sideways, Dan? Well, data is always our friend. Data is always our friend. Information is my friend.
Thank you,
And
guys.
hopefully it's not going to be blowing sideways, by the way. Hopefully it's going to be, sunny. I know it's probably not going to be. I know they're going to have at least a couple of just awful days. Loving the watch along. Well done, boys. We appreciate it, Chase. 374 from Nap.
Yowza.
374 from Nap. He's got 200 in. Probably 7 iron at max, maybe 8 iron. That was 11 energy shot from Nap. I love when they reference our old videos. Remember we did he uses energy for his wedges.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, yeah, this is an 8.2 energy, wider than normal stance. I was like, what?
I love that.
I was like, energy? I never heard that before. Okay, Grazerman, 16. From the middle of the fairway. They're both in the middle of the fairway.
Wind's whipping.
Wind's whipping.
That looks great.
Yeah, that's drawing toward that back left pin. Short. Everybody coming up short. That's Nap was same thing where it looks perfect.
I think the wind's blowing so much there. They got to throw one in really low and like let it run up to that ridge.
I think it's really difficult. Yep, I think you're right. I think that pin's really hard. Okay, Kirk for 17 to get to 22 under par. He's got it. Chris Kirk, that's solid, man. Couple up and downs. He had made 6 pars in a row, sandwiched by birdies on 10 and 17, and Chris Kirk is to 22 under par, which means that Michael Thorbjornsen might have to chip this in to have any sort of chance. And he's given it a good run, but that's going to miss. So Thorbjornsen is likely to finish at 21 under. So Nico Echeverria, that sound you hear is him heading to the airport. Same with Jackson Suber. Maybe not just yet. I wonder if Nico's still. I'm going to ask him. Let's see if he responds.
Jackson Suber, Joe Goldberg's sticking around. There's too many porches he can hide under.
Too many potential love of his lives in the crowd.
You never know.
Yeah, could be the moment. We locked eyes at Detroit Golf Club. Then I was watching her type in her apartment.
Jake McKenna, stay woke.
Yeah, exactly. Keep your eyes peeled. Kirk minus 110, Pocketer plus 150, Nat plus 750. Max Graceman plus 1200. Thank you, Laz. Much appreciated.
Man, if I was a betting man, I might throw a nugget on Grazerman at that.
At 12?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's certainly possible. He's got a par 5 coming up. Nico left the golf course, by the way.
Oh, he told you right away?
Yeah. Well, because he hadn't responded to my last text, and I actually wasn't about my charity auction.
Yeah.
And so then he got back.
It was genuine, Nico. The text was genuine.
It was genuine.
Oh, did he just drive it in there too?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
he did just drive it in there.
Flashback
on 18. No, that was. Did I miss Kirk's tee shot on 18? I think I missed.
We missed it.
Missed Kirk's tee shot on 18.
It happened fast. I feel like we just saw him make that. Yeah, I feel you, bro.
Laz.
That's the thing. No, the thing about being a tempo boy is like you really know when you messed up.
But he didn't mess up. It was in the fairway, wasn't it? Can you rewind?
Yeah. I don't think you messed up.
I don't think so either. All right, Pocketer from the fairway on 16, the par 5. Just an iron in his... No, this is not the par 5. I was wrong. This is 16. This is that back left pin that everyone's been short to. Maybe Pocketer coming in with probably a wedge can get it back there. I figured Nico left, says Joseph Boza. Minus 20, didn't have a chance. If I'm Thorbjornsen, I would stay till Chris Kirk is done. Absolutely. If you're 21, you're absolutely staying. Okay, Pocketer. Let's see if he can get it there. It's going to be right of it. Kind of holding its line now. Better distance. Yeah, that's a good shot. That's a good shot from Aldrich. A little bit past pin high, but that's going to be about 20 feet for birdie on 16 for Aldrich Pocketer. Here's Thorbjornsen putting for par to officially knock Nico out. He gets it to go. What a big week for Michael Thorbjornsen with JJ Jakovac on the bag. Probably fun for JJ to get right back in the mix with his young horse. After a difficult period, you're on a Hall of Fame bag like Colin Morikawa's, and then he's in the prime of his career, 28 years old, and
you got to
splits.
That's
hard,
right? Like while the shuffling is all happening on, at least you hope some of the caddies get a couple of checks.
Oh, of course. Joe Griner won it with JT.
Yeah.
He got and yeah, and JJ's done well to he's obviously has some experience with guys young in their career and taking them to big heights. So that was probably a big part of the appeal, was getting a guy who's done it before.
Yeah.
Bryson's got 300 yards into a par 5, and he just hit a driving iron. Short left, though.
Is it short or is it...
Rahm, T10, by the way.
Oh, let's go!
To -3. Did he birdie 18? Is he done?
No,
he's got one more.
18.
He birdied 17. Come on, Rombo. Keep the streak. Kasuma's got a solo lead. Our boy, I hope you got an each way on that, not just a top 5 bet. What a bet. But he did just hit his second shot well short. He's going to have to get up and down on 18. There's Jinichiro Kosuma. This is on FS2, by the way.
Yeah. 2.
Live
got some racing on
Live
FS2.
Dallas. They signed this Fox deal. It's on FS2. It's not on Fox.
Well, it was on like the CW before, wasn't it?
Okay, but when they said this Fox deal, and this is a tournament, this is the dead part of the sports calendar.
What's on FS1 right now?
I'm saying, this is not football season. Or this is not even, I guess probably baseball is probably on Fox. I'm just surprised. It's on FS2. That's going to do a nothing number. Does it say it's on FS1?
Yeah.
It just says FS2?
Yeah, this is supposed to be...
Whatever. I'm definitely looking at FS2 on my screen. I don't know if it's FS1. Shane Lowry probably picks Chris Kirk to play a scoopy fade too, Boscovich. This guy's on your side.
That's
Ben,
right.
Ben looks like he's all right, but he looks like he plays kind of a scoopy fade. That's what he said.
And then Vic was like, oh man, Ben, he's great.
Oh, he looks good. He looks like he can play.
Awesome.
What's his handicap? Said 7 goes. You can see it. Still a good week for Thor. He goes from 110th to 71st in the FedEx Cup. Very big week, especially because, this is his last year of the exemptions from PGA Tour U. He's on his own after this year. 374 from Knapp. He's got 200 into 17. Jake Knapp, that kicks, and it stays. Jake Knapp's going to have a big-time eagle chance.
Let's go.
On 17. What a shot. 374 yards off the tee and a dart, and he's walking well ahead of his caddy. Jake is feeling it. Knows he needs to step on the gas with just 2 holes to play. Grazerman for birdie on 16. This is a long putt. Down a ridge. Going to start to break right.
Give it to him, baby.
Max Grazerman, you should have taken him plus 1,200. What a huge putt to get to 21 under with the par 5 coming up. Max Grazerman says, I'm not dead. I am absolutely not dead. And for all the choppiness of his round, he's bogey-free 4 under going to a par 5. He's hung in there and got 1 putt to drop. That's huge for Max Grazerman. Another one to 21 under par. We're getting hot here at the Rocket Classic. We're getting hot here at the Rocket Don't Say Mortgage Classic.
You know what also was sick?
What?
I was trying to sync up during that putt, and I synced it up perfectly.
Oh,
and
you
then
got
it
it.
went in. It was all of us together.
Puck eater, a little bug on the ball. Okay, backs off. This is to tie Chris Kirk. But man, you were absolutely right on the Grazerman call.
Right?
He's probably dropped to like plus 400 now.
Well, he just had the most holes to play.
Yeah, but you said after he had already hit it to like 60 feet. Great worm came here. It's a good stroke, but it's left the whole way from Puck Eater. So that's going to be a par. So we've got Kirk 22, Grazerman 21, Puck Eater 21. Only 2 holes left. Everyone get in. Drop a like. Drop a comment. Subscribe. Tell us who you're rooting for. Tell all your friends. We're watching. We're streaming. John Rahm on 18. The streak. Oh, he's 11th. He's 11th. He's got to make a birdie. He's
got to make this shot.
Someone's made a birdie. No, he's just got to make one more birdie.
Needs a beard trim, too.
Oh, it's short. Rolling away from it. It's going to be about 25 feet for Rahm to keep the streak alive.
He can make that putt. It looks like it's uphill right to left.
Now we're back at the Rocket Don't Say Mortgage Classic. Max is now plus 230. You could have hedged. You could have
not.
If you were a baller, which you're not, if you were a baller, you would have put like 500 on Grazerman. Now the odds have changed. You hedge for the other 2, and you're golden.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what I would have done if it was legal under my employment.
Someone pull the OT lever at Buffalo Wild Wings. Johnny Q thinks we're going to OT. Potsy likely giving this tournament away yesterday, coming home with 5 straight pars. He had a chance for 259, says Joseph Boza. He birdied. Didn't he make 5 birdies in a row yesterday? Chris Kirk, 8 iron into 18. We saw Thorbjornsen hit a draw that just didn't quite draw enough. Can Kirk do a little bit better? This one's on a better line.
Good line.
Certainly a better line
enough.
from Chris
84
Kirk
apex.
on
He threw
18.
it in low.
It skips to the back, and it stays on the back of the green. That's a very good shot from Chris Kirk. He's going to have about 20 feet to get to 23 under par. And let's give a little read on what Chris Kirk has. Zoom out. Why can't I get there? Oh, there we go. Downhill, little left to right.
Just an easy breezy.
Just get it started. I used to like downhill putts. I mean, I still do. Downhill putts that don't have a lot of break. Feel like you just
kind of poop.
You just let the and then it because you don't have to hit it very hard. You usually get a nice roll on it. And then
you know what I usually do on those? I putt off the toe.
Oh wow, that's old school.
Because it like deadens it.
Yeah, that's old school. My dad does that. 16 feet 1 inch according to PGA Tour Statcast for Chris Kirk. 2 big tee shots coming for the final group here on the 17th, the par 5. Grazeman with the tee after he made that bomb on 16.
Oh, he loaded that one up.
I think it's right, though. I think it's right. That's going to miss in the right rough, it looks like.
Algo Tracer was red all the way.
Let's see if he gets a lie. Nope, that's sitting down. That's going to be difficult for him to get there in 2. Let's go back to that.
Boy.
Let's go back to that because I don't want to spoil this Chris Kirk putt. Wow, dead straight. Straight as straight gets. What a putt this was. You knew from right here as it started to take the right turn, you're like, ooh, that's got potential.
Yeah, it had the speed. You'll notice that his shot in there, the apex was 5 feet lower.
Okay.
Right? So he threw it in there low.
Little driver.
Long, and that's, yeah.
Little drivey. All right, let's see if Puck Eater can make it 5 wallops in a row down the stretch. He's got to start it down the left side. He does. It's cutting. That's another really good one. This guy's driving it on a string. How far does this one go? How far does this one go? Oh my goodness.
You see that like Crash Bandicoot?
Oh my goodness. I think that's past Jake Knapp's. I told you we had a long drive. We had an unofficial long drive contest on the 17th hole. We had 375 yards out of Jake Knapp. Did we beat 375?
What if it's 376?
I think it's 381. I think it took a hotter bounce.
That bounce was fire.
I think it took a hotter bounce. I think we're getting 380.
You know what I'm talking about? Crash Bandicoot, when you hit that little like...
No, I don't know what that is. What's Crash Bandicoot?
It's a PlayStation game, the original PlayStation. Where you ride around on like a go-kart and you could hit these little... It's kind of like in Mario Kart.
You get
those little squares.
Yeah. Love those squares. Come on, give us a size. Give us a size on Puck Eater.
Nap time limited.
Nap time.
Give us a worm cam for Eagle and Co.
That would be sick.
Perhaps.
How about a worm cam right here? Huh? Worm cam, please. Especially because we can't see the hole.
Yeah.
Worm cam.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on. Looks like it's going to break a little left. Don't react if you're ahead of me. Looks like it's going to break a little left.
I don't think we're ahead.
Oh, back off. Pump fake.
Boy.
Pump fake. I want Puck Eater's distance. 370. Nap got him. Nap got him by 4 yards. Okay.
We're perfectly
Go
safe
back to
now.
the worm cam. Yeah,
you better.
Yeah. Bring it back. Worm cam operator said, I'm still running. I'm still alive.
I still got this, guys.
I still got this.
Don't lose me
it
now.
It hasn't moved. It's going to break a little left. Can Jake Knapp make an eagle on 17 to get to 22 under and tie Chris Kirk with 1 hole to play? It's going to break left.
Oh my God, it wiggled.
Goodness, it wiggled the whole way. He would have thought that was perfect.
He got Tommy lad.
Oh, he played it about a ball out on the right, and it broke about a half a ball. Oh, Jake Knapp. Okay, 21 under going to the last.
What a putt.
Oh, I thought it was going in the whole time. It looked like it was just taking its time, just creeping until it was going to break left, and then it just didn't break left.
I think he had to hit a firmer putt to make it.
Oh.
It was bumpy. But who's to know? How are you to know?
Who is to know? All right, Knapp is in for his par, so he's at 21 under going to 17, but you got to think that it's going to need 22 under. Chris Kirk only has 16 feet to post 23 under. Oh,
Dan, John Rahm has parred 18, by the way.
So it's T11. It's going to come down.
T11. It's going to come down to...
There's a couple people. No, it's just going to come down to the guys 1 shot ahead of him. It's going to come down to all of these guys. Are they done? Answer. Is he done?
16.
Nope. He's got time to make a bogey. Scroll up. Howell.
Done.
Nope. He's got 2 more holes left.
Oh.
There's still time. There's still time for the streak. 12 birdies at 18 all day, says Joseph Boza. All right, let's see if Chris Kirk can add the 13th. This is This is, not to win the tournament, but this is to put one hand on the trophy, as we say on this stream, on this here program here. Which, speaking of which, if you are watching, subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends. 16 feet, 1 inch, 21%. I'm giving him more like 30% because
it's my lucky number, 21.
Is it? Because this looks like a pretty. There's a great worm cam. This looks like a pretty manageable putt. Downhill, a little left to right. That's what we said on the. That's going to miss to the right.
Mm-hmm.
We read it. It also didn't have enough pace. Yeah, it almost kind of tried to come back. But okay, so Chris Kirk is going to finish at 22 under. So goodbye, Michael Thorbjornsson. So 22 under. That is the magic number. I'm feeling a playoff. I feel like one of Grazerman or Pockheater is going to make a birdie on 17 and then par 18.
If 22 is the playoff number and the winner makes a birdie on the playoff hole, does that mean you guessed it right?
No.
You're saying okay.
Nope. I said 23 was going to be in a playoff. It looks like 22 would be in a playoff. 22 might win outright. But
unless Grazerman and Pockeye are both go just birdie.
We always think that it's going to be lower, and then they, the finish line, and everyone starts butt clenching. Jake Knapp on 18. Is that good or is that too far left? 190 ball speed. It's turning over. Catches the first cut. That's not bad. And might actually bring some spin off. So you talked about maybe trying to bring it in a little lower, skip it up there.
We didn't get an algo tracer on that.
Yeah.
See how exciting that was to know what is it going to be.
See, you thought that was exciting?
Yeah.
I thought that was a little bit like, where's it going?
I was like, oh, yeah, where's it going? That's good.
I don't know.
Not knowing.
I feel like you're trying to really gaslight me into being on your side here.
Not knowing for sure is fun. That's your whole philosophy.
What do you mean that's my whole philosophy?
That's why this from a moment ago is that's on your soapbox about. It's like being surprised is fun.
Okay, so then we should just get rid of the tracers.
Sounds extreme.
Why don't we just flip a coin? Why don't we just go
the far side of the spectrum?
We go fairway or rough. Rough. We don't even have to see the shots.
Well, that's what we do.
Why don't you just follow the scores? You actually don't need to watch the golf.
Here in the tower, it's great. It's fun to guess.
You don't even need to watch the golf. What about Knapp? Knapp's gonna have to birdie 18, Boza. Knapp's gonna have to birdie 18. Okay, Max Grazerman from the right rough on 17. The good news is there is no hazard in between him and the hole, so he can muscle this out. Maybe get it chasing on there, and he hit it 340, so he's only got about 230. He's a strong kid. He should have enough to get it there. Comes out 125 ball speed. I don't know if that's going to have enough. Lands it a little short. Stays in the fairway, though. So that's a pretty reasonable pitch shot there. It's going to be able to get some spin on that because it's short of the bunker. That was probably the idea. That's a good...
Honestly, though, it's kind of a tight... I don't want to rewind because we're perfectly synced, but it's because of the angle of how the rough goes, it's kind of a short side.
It's Tuesday afternoon in a practice round. He's hitting that to 1 foot, but it's winning time now. There you go. There was our long drive contest.
Wow.
We had 4 entries in the last 25 minutes.
All the boys were getting in on it.
Oh yeah, it just shows you this golf course. Rick was right. I mean, Chris Kirk is actually kind of all of those 4 others are like bombers, and then Chris Kirk doing it for the 40 plus. Okay, Pockheater, only 195 into this par 5 for Aldrich. He's got it way up in the air. I think he likes the line, Pockheater does. And he should. That's a great shot from Aldrich Pockheater.
Not an easy putt.
That's not an easy putt. Looks like it's uphill a little left to right, but those were 2 good shots. And for as shaky as that chip was on 15, those were some really, really good swings there on 17 for Aldrich Pockheater. We got Chris Kirk finishing up. He's marking some balls, it looked like, or maybe signing them. I thought he was marking them for the playoff. Would be a little bit presumptuous. Okay, we're back at LIV now. LIV has got...
Oh, Kazuma dropped a shot.
Kazuma dropped a shot, so he's done. Kazuma's at 6 under, Reed's at 6 under, McKibben, Oosthuizen, Hatton, Varner, Casey all at 5 under, Tringale, Howell, Answer at 4 under. Here's Paul Casey on 16th over the water from the middle of the fairway. Paul Casey's got to be up close to 50 now. That's a dart. Yeah, really good shot from Paul Casey. How old's Paul Casey? 47.
Why is this?
Wish all these guys could win. We don't hand out participation trophies. But there are a lot of likable guys up on the board. I totally agree with that.
All you guys win. All these guys win.
Yeah, we all win. We're the ones who get to watch. Wonder who wins in a fight, D-Rap or Bosco?
Who said that?
I mean,
I think I would lose.
I think we all know how that's going to go.
One of us lifts weights sometimes.
Imagine if movie trailers gave away the ending. That's what the shot tracer does. I would say I actually have a problem with that now. I think the shot tracer is the movie. You know what I mean? I think you're contradicting yourself though. You think I'm contradicting myself?
Yeah, because it's why you make the argument on the other argument. Or I guess they can be separate arguments.
I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing when they show the golf shot. I got no problem with what they're doing when they show the golf shot. I just want to see that experience and think it's live.
Right. So I got no problem with them showing the tracer, but I don't want to know that it's good until that second cam picks up the ball's first bounce and you see it.
That's fair. Kosuma's not done, by the way. He's playing the first little wraparound action. It's really does still, you'd think 3 years in I'd understand what's going on. I'm like, they play 18 and then they go to the first hole?
That's what I was trying to find out if Rom actually has one hole left or not.
He does.
He does, see?
Yeah.
He started on 2. That's what that arrow means.
That's what that arrow means. You'd think we'd know, It took us 4 years to figure it out. We need Aldrich on the international team next year. I think that would be great. Yeah, some good young blood over there. That'd be sweet. They need a new young guy to come in. They lost Neiman and Cam Smith.
Here's that. See, now you can see how this is kind of like a short-sighted pitch. Actually, it doesn't look as
Oh, he did really well. He did really well, did Max Grazerman. I'm going to send that one to Short Game Staff. Yeah, that's really good from Max Grazerman. He's very likely to get to 22 under now. And this playoff, get that playoff. Where's the Buffalo Wild Wings music? Where's it at? We are looking for a playoff. I'm feeling it. Playoffs, by the way, are watch along's best friends. The longer we go, the better we go. Tyrrell hit it 325. Oh no, he's got 325 in on 17, a par 5. I think this is the hole that he didn't really love. Isn't this the one? Is this the one with the water short left that he was very angry at earlier?
I don't remember.
I can't tell. I don't think so.
He's in a good spot there.
He's in a good spot.
But I want bogeys.
Yeah,
from everybody.
We just need to answer Howell or Tringale. Here's Bryson. He's got the Reebok shoes too. I wonder if he'll wear the Manners collab.
I saw in an Instagram comment that they were hoping he had done so for the U.S. Open, but I guess it's up to him.
He's gonna wear the Crusher's gear. Yeah.
I mean, they could put a Crusher skull on the back of that shoe, and it'd be, guys, Manners, if you're watching, give it a shot.
So, sort of a statement. Malvin did a LIV collab. You see that?
Yeah.
Interesting. Tour agnostic. Did Grazerman outdrive Knapp? No.
No, he was third.
Aldrich did. No, Knapp was the longest. Yeah, Knapp was 374. Pock-Eater was 370. I think Grazerman was in the 350s somewhere. All right, Pock-Eater. This is to get to 23, guys. This is a huge putt. This would mean that all he has to do is part of the last. 17 feet up the hill. We're not going to look at the. We're not looking at the worm cam.
I need a worm cam.
This is basically a worm cam, no?
I need it from the other side. I want to know what this looks like.
You want the guy from right behind.
Yeah.
I see that guy with his camera.
What's he standing there?
Let's go to his camera. All right. 4 Eagle. Aldrich Pock-Eater. Is it going to break right? Is it going to get there? It runs out of speed from Aldrich Pock-Eater. So we got 3 guys. It seems like we got 3 guys at 22 under par. We're going to get one there officially. Aldrich Pock-Eater ties up Chris Kirk. He's at 22 under.
Chris Kirk, start marking them balls. Tempo King.
6 birdies for Pock-Eater, 3 bogeys. Not a terrible round after a really, really shaky start. I think this was the right line. It was. That angle would have been so much better.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah, that's what you wanted. Especially because the guy was already there. He was in position.
I'll give him it, though. When they zoomed in, it became Worm Cam.
It was Worm Cam Jr.
Nick Jr.
All right, let's see if Grazerman can knock in this 3-footer. Needs this to get in position to tie the others at 22 under. We could have a 3-way playoff. We could have a 2-way playoff. We could have a no-way playoff. It's all up for grabs at Detroit Golf Club. Max Grazerman, 4 birdie. It's in. And Grazerman is at 22 under. So is Kirk. So is Pock-Eater. Jake Knapp is 1 shot further back at 21 under. This may be a stupid question, but if there's a playoff, will Dan and Ben stay? Yes, we always stay until there's a winner.
The answer is always yes, Joseph.
We did. What did we do? 4 playoff holes? 5 playoff holes with Foxy and Sam Burns. You weren't here. You were sipping caviar somewhere.
I think I watched it.
All right, Knapp Needs a birdie at 18. 335 yards. Only 129 in.
Throw it in low. What's that apex?
Really 59 aggressive,
feet.
Really aggressive. It skips up the hill. Yes, from Jake Knapp. It gets up the hill and it stays. Stay there. It stays. Okay, so that's going to be about 12 feet for Jake Knapp. He gets it to that top, only 50-something apex. You're right. A little drivey one in there from 129, and Jake Knapp's going to have that to get to 22 under. We could have a 4-way playoff. I missed that. Eventuality. I said we could have 3-way, 2-way, 1-way. We could have 4-way.
4-way's possible. 18 could be a bogey, though.
18 could be a bogey. Anything can happen here. Anything can happen in the LIV event, too. We got Junichiro Kosuma against Patrick Reed. A duel for the ages. Kosuma's hit a good one into the first. Is this Kosuma's last hole? No naps for Nap. Nope, no nap time right now. Yeah, it is. He's playing with Rom. Sick.
Well, they better show the whole group.
Okay, Max Grazerman's birdied 16, birdied 17. Can he steal the tournament, really? If he wins, we're going to clip you saying, I would take Grazerman at those odds.
Good clip.
That'd be a great clip. So now you're rooting for Grazerman.
For my own, so I get some ink.
For clip purposes.
There's a part of me that wants Kirk. I don't know, I guess it's because it's a vain thing.
What, you want to feel like 40 is the new 20?
Yeah.
Like orange is the new black?
That's what Jay-Z said once.
Oh, Paul Casey gets a birdie.
That was a cool graphic.
You like that one? Okay, tee shots for the final group on 18. This is it, guys. This is it. Final group's on 18. Grazerman first. Loves it. At least the tracer loves it. That's going to carry that bunker. Oh, that's a perfect tee shot from Max Grazerman on 18. He set himself up really nice. That'll be right around where Jake Knapp was. Knapp had 129 in. Let's see what Grazerman has in. Shades go back on. Let's go, Max. Do it for Quaker Ridge.
All right, Aldrich. Just send it.
He's hit 5 perfect ones in a row. Can we make it 6? Can we make it 6?
Second round, he was...
Sets up left, hits that power cut over those bunkers. Guy is swinging it with driver right now. That is 6 perfect ones in a row, all over 190 ball speed. That is... What a driving exhibition down the stretch from Aldrich. Wouldn't that be cool?
With our reactions.
Yeah. I'm about to start betting the top 20 to win back-to-back weeks. Last week, Captain Keegan. This week, Grazerman.
True.
Our boy stays hot. He's got a feel. One of those guys. I think any of the guys that Rick highlights, you should probably throw it out right. Rom needs a birdie for his top 10 streak. Oh, the drama, guys. We got Kosuma versus Reed. We got Grazerman versus Potgieter versus Kirk versus Knapp.
We've got Rom versus Rom.
And we've got Rom versus Rom. We've got Rom versus the golf gods. You know?
That's better.
Rom versus the golf gods. Oh, there's already a clip up.
Yeah.
All right, Jake Knapp, here it is. Needs this to have any chance. Needs this to post 22 under and tie Chris Kirk in the clubhouse. Otherwise, Jake Knapp is going to go home for potentially a nap. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Good worm cam here. Reverse worm cam. That's our favorite worm cam. It's up. It's tracking.
Oh!
He left it short in the jar.
Honk shoe.
He left it short in the jar. I think that was going in. Wasn't it?
It was a beautiful putt.
Jake Knapp going to come one shot short.
It was a beautiful line.
68. 672, 61, 66, 68 from Jake Knapp. Just one shot short. And look at this thing. Took a little bit of a bobble off the club face, and it was tracking the whole. That was going in.
Just lost.
That was going in.
Speed.
Okay, so the 4-way playoff, the dream is dead. So we got 2 balls in the fairway. We got Grazerman and we've got Potgieter. Can one of them make a birdie to win the tournament?
Man, Hubs had a 63 after the first round.
Good week, though. Another guy who, a week like this is absolutely huge. Let's see where Hubbard was on the... I guess we could check the live where Hubbard's going to go in the FedEx. Mark Hubbard.
Oh, yeah, we can start thinking about that now.
Yeah, Max Hubbard. Mark Hubbard. Max Hubbard? Mark Hubbard. Final answer. From 95 to 89. So moved up 6 spots. but it's crazy how like even once you get down here, it's like 44 to 40, 20. Like you got in these non-signature events, you got to finish in like the top 5 to really have a shot.
Yeah,
like,
well, so what's going on at the top?
I mean, like even Nico, he started 66, now he's 61st, and he's tied for 6th. Like we're late in the season. There's a lot of points that are already in there.
Although look at Chris Kirk's jump.
Yeah, Chris Kirk right now would go from 101 to 49. So that's major. That's absolutely major.
Aldrich's major, Max major.
Nap
Bjornsson doesn't really get much.
Nap is only going to go. Nap is only right now projected to move up 5 spots from 60 to 55.
So
that's tough.
Just basically tells you who this means the most to.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Kirk.
Mr. Kirk right now. But Pockheater, they got Grazerman as a slight favorite over Pockheater. So your boy, who is 12-1, is now a slight favorite. They like him. They like his chances the best.
Look me up on Venmo, watchers. If you
want to do a little bonus for. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. This is exactly what happened last week. Can you see? I think we're okay. I'm just going to have to pull up the chat on the YouTube. It's the same thing that happened last week. Why does that keep happening? Restream. It just cuts out the chat at a certain point. Like logs us out completely. All right, we're back though. We got the sorry guys. Sorry. I'm Restream's, fool you once. What is it? Fool you once.
Fool me once.
Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. Fool me twice. LIV may have the 4-way playoff.
Oh yeah.
Guys, sorry about the chats. They haven't been coming through for a little while. I think that's because of this terrible system. Okay. Pockheater. Is he playing first? Yeah, Grazerman clipped Pockheater on that tee shot. So Grazerman's got 144. Max only has 136. We're going to go away from the Tourcast, okay? We're going to go away from the Tourcast because there's only 2 guys on the golf course, and we know exactly what needs to happen, and we don't want anything to get spoiled, right?
Right.
We'll bring it up to look at the putts.
Yeah.
We'll read the putts.
That's standard practice around here.
That's standard practice.
I just want to say hey to Hammer55. First time watching today. Been a great time. Welcome.
Hammer55. Join us. Tomorrow we got Dan on Golf, the full show, 1 Eastern. We'll do Wednesday. I think we're going to do Wednesday watch along. We're going to do way back Wednesday, Cantlay versus Bryson.
At the Beamer.
Just an excuse to show Bryson on YouTube, basically. Okay, Pockheater. His approach into 18 needs a birdie. Kicks up. Does it stay? Oh. No, it doesn't. We saw Knapp stayed on top of that ridge. Pockheater's rolls down, and it's still rolling. And that's not going to be the simplest 2-putt in the world. He's got to putt it up a ridge. Can Grazerman do one better? Can Max Grazerman, from 136 yards, can he hit a dart here to give us a potential for a winning moment on 18? What do we think, guys? What do we think?
I think he needs to put this ball in the back of his stance.
He should be close enough where it shouldn't come in that high. Like he should be able to hit kind of a drivey wedge shot in there. He's got a gap wedge in his hand. Grazerman on 18. That is coming in lower.
Gap.
That is coming in lower. Skip up. Now sit. Yep.
Yes.
Very good shot. Very good shot. Similar to Kirk's, probably a little bit better. Probably a little bit better for Max Grazerman. Yeah, 11 feet 8 inches for the win for Max Grazerman for Quaker Ridge's own.
He's walking with swagger right now.
He's absolutely walking with swagger. Those glasses are on the back of the. I mean, this is awesome. Oh, Chris Kirk, he's 40. That's what I love about golf. Chris Kirk is 40 years old. He's turned into like a 13-year-old again. He's just sitting crisscross applesauce. He's just waiting for the golf to finish.
Oh.
He's warming up, but at this point, it's like you can't think about the warm up when the guy's got a chance to win. They
made it look like he was crying about it.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God, Max already made it.
Stole my juice box.
Wazza! Can Kirk still come in first place to Kari Daniels? Yes.
John Rahm is in 10th place.
Yeah, of course he is. Shout out to Abraham Answer for making a late bogey. This has been a battle, man. This is trying to will. We're willing Rahm to this T10 finish.
Trophy engraver's just killing time.
She's just stroking that
polishing.
Thing. She was probably expecting to be fully at work at this time. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna show you on the broadcast," and she's just stroking that thing. She's like, "Yep, don't know who's gonna win yet. Getting this thing nice." Man, you think they go back to her? No, I think that's it.
It's such different names. It's not even, she can't even get started with they both have an M at the front.
Chris Kirk or Aldrich Potgieter. Can't really get started. There's no letters in common there.
She's like, man, when Max Homa was winning, this was much an easier job.
Max Homa versus Chris Kirk. Okay, maybe I could get in there. Aldrich Potgieter.
She's like, thank God Thor Bjornsson.
Yeah, she's rooting for the shortest name on that list.
She hates the Scandinavian invasion.
Yeah, she's checked how to spell Potgieter 27 times today. Go Grazerman. I'm rooting for Grazerman, you know? We got an Ashkenazi,
Mad Max, I like that.
Ashkenazi family out there, you know? Quaker Ridge. New Jersey's own. I got a little bit of camaraderie with the Met section.
I got a little Jersey in me.
Do you? Well, I guess
I'm married into it.
Also, you're Pennsylvania, close to Jersey. Well, I guess you're not that close.
Well, I grew up going on vacation to Jersey anyway.
Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Like 2 towns from where my.
You ever been to Parker House?
It sounds familiar, actually.
It's like the most famous bar. I've never been, but I've just heard it's unbelievable.
No,
it was like a real. When I was like 23, 24, Parker House was like the subject of a lot of memes.
We go to the Princeton.
Ooh, it's because you're a classy guy.
I wouldn't call it classy.
All right, let's see. Potgieter and Grazerman both have putts to get to 23 under. Potgieter's is a lot more difficult.
Phil McCracken bet Graceman the win before the tournament started.
Wow.
$2,400 on the line.
No way. 2,400. We're going to react with you like we have 2,400 on it.
That's right.
Okay. We see Grazerman's putt's just going to break right the whole way. Downhill, left to right. Now we know. Dan, can you kill the leaderboard? It's been updating before the shots. Yes, I can. It's gone.
That's good comms.
Did I do that? There we go. Yeah, leaderboard's gone.
Good comms, please.
Leaderboard's on. Good comm. We're all family here. Love it, Tyler. We're here together. Okay.
What's Aldrich got? Can you pull his?
Potgieter, yeah, we're getting close though. Potgieter's got 41 feet. 41 feet, 6 inches, but up a ridge. Can he 2-putt here? Kurt cannot still get to 23 under. He's finished, Dakari. Okay.
This does not look like an easy putt.
It's not an easy putt. It's
get close.
It's over a ridge. The speed is really difficult to judge.
He's going to speed up now.
He's left it well short.
Wow.
Didn't it kind of feel like he was going to leave that well short?
No, I thought it was going to. That was the rest of that putt was downhill and it was going to like pick up a bunch of speed.
Gosh, this would be a tough way to go out. This would be a tough way to miss a playoff if he 3-putts. I assume that's his dad, and he did not like what he saw there.
His dad looks like a president.
You like he's got a distinguished look.
He's got some He's
got some zhuzh.
The jawline is like strong.
He's got a little bit of gas.
He's got some gas.
Wow, Phil McCracken, man. Phil McCracken, this is a $2,400 putt for Phil McCracken. Potgieter left it 4 feet short for the win. LOL. Who is his caddy? Kurt can win if Max misses, and we go to extra holes. All right, here we go. Max Grazerman for the win. New Jersey.
33%.
Duke University. 3 runner-ups last year. One of the best putters on the PGA Tour. Can the club that's been so kind to him for the last couple of years kind of deliver his first PGA Tour win? Max Grazerman from 11 feet and 8 inches to become a PGA Tour winner. Misses on the high side. We're going to a playoff.
He pulled that putt.
We're going to a playoff, guys.
I hope they show that again.
We're going to a playoff. You think he just jammed it?
Right off the face. It yanked left.
All right, so now we got 2 putts for the playoff. Chris Kirk. All of a sudden, I think Max's is pretty much a gimme, but Potgieter's is anything but. No. Anything but. Why is Duke so bad at golf? I'm not sure, but they just hired the Penn coach I saw. They just hired Bob Hines, who used to play on the PGA Tour. Yeah, he just gassed it. That missed by a full cup to the left. That missed by a full cup to the left. I think that was the don't miss low stroke, you know?
DML. Oh,
he
President Grazerman.
President Grazerman, yeah. His Excellency. H.E.
H.E. Grazerman?
H.E. Grazerman. No, H.E. Potgieter.
Oh, that's
Potgieter, yeah. H.E. Potgieter. I assume. I mean, he's wearing the scratch golf.
Yeah,
unless Max Grazerman's dad's just a real big supporter of the brand.
He just loves scratch golf.
He just loves scratch golf. All right, Aldrich. This is to get into a playoff, and this is to avoid a really, really painful finish. Just a wedge into the last hole, and he's got a par putt now to get into a playoff. Near miss in Mexico earlier this year. He's got it.
Potgieter.
Okay, Potgieter has secured his place in the playoff, 22 under. It looks like it's going to be a 3-way playoff between Max Grazerman, Aldrich Potgieter, there's the happy face from His Excellency, and Chris Kirk. There's that music. There's that B-Dubs music. We got a playoff. Focus here, Max. Focus here, Max. Max plus 150, Pot Heater plus 190, Kurt plus 175 says lies. That means they're basically all even.
Join them, boys.
They're basically all even. Max is in. We got a 3-way playoff going. Should we go dark until the playoff? No. Keep it rocking.
Dark doesn't exist.
Keep it rocking. We keep it.
Talk to the peeps.
Okay. So I think the ones in yellow are done on the LIV leaderboard.
Yeah.
So Kasuma's done.
Kasuma's in at 6.
Guys, throw on the LIV if you want. It's on FS2 though, so you might have a hard time finding it. I can't believe it's on FS2.
It might be on FS1.
They were also the chat was saying it was on FS2. If I'm Scott O'Neill, if I'm the CEO of LIV, I'm pissed.
Well, maybe it's on both. I don't know. There might not be anything else on right now.
Let's see if it's on FS1.
I can't comment without knowing.
No, it's not. FS1 is soccer, which I'm not going to complain about. FS2, Dallas round 3. The Club World Cup, that's what's on. I'm pissed.
If you're that person.
Yeah. This is like, we're in Dallas. Ooh. You know, it's American. It's on the same time as the, you know.
It's true.
And like
they're flying those planes over.
Yeah, it's like I know that it's going to be like, you're obviously not going to have the same number, but you want at least like a respectable number. You're not going to get anything on FS2.
I wish we could.
Casey and Reed are on a par 5. Okay, so they're gonna. Is that their last hole for Casey and Reed?
Check it out.
We've got Hatton on 18, just a little short of the green. No, so they're finishing on 17. They must be. Oh, they got 2 holes. They have 2 holes left because they're the final group. Mm-hmm. Tom McKibben, those are some shorts. Those are some shorts you see some British guys out on holiday in Portugal wearing, you know, the tight denim ones.
I like those.
You like those?
On him, yeah. With the all black, it's cool.
Okay.
The hat sucks.
You know what I'm noticing about you is you're not like a certain type of fit evangelist. Like you want to see the whole thing. Like because I remember you were saying you were anti-jogger, and then Jason Day, you liked his joggers.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like you like the shorts. Sometimes I feel like you don't.
You can't be absolutist about fashion because it's art.
It's
so
art.
Like somebody can make something not good look good by coupling it with the right stuff, and like it's a whole.
Michael Ocean, does winning this get Potgieter or Grazerman into the Open? I think Grazerman might be in on world ranking. Is he in the top 50? Yeah, Grazerman's 48th, so I think Grazerman's probably in on his world ranking. Does winning Rocket, Don't Say Mortgage Classic get you into the Open Championship? Let's see if ChatGPT really knows what it's
Choose your
about.
fighter based on who's on the course with them. Dottie's with Aldrich, Colts with Max, Marks with Immelman's with Chris Kirk.
Dottie. I'm going Dottie.
It's an Aldrich day all day.
Wait, does it get you into the Open? No, it doesn't say that gets you into the Open.
I think it's too close.
There's an Open qualifying series, PGA Tour. Open qualifying series. No. Canadian Open. Memorial and Canadian Open and Bay Hill were the ones that were included.
Did you see the guy that won the Italian Open?
200 start.
Weeping.
Even number.
That kind of story.
200 start.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we love a round number. All right, Potgieter looks like has emerged from scoring. Let's get those carts going.
I know. I wish we could like go chip outside until and they could like with the peeps.
Wait, Bryson making a birdie here could screw Rom.
Oh no!
It's going to be a battle to the finish. How about this, by the way? The PGA Tour going to a playoff, so we could get the LIV finish here. Who do you think wins? I think Grazerman's going to win now. I think Grazerman's going to win. Canada's very entertaining to watch soccer. Yes, lads. I think they're better than the U.S. Mexico's surpassed us, and I think they play like a team, and it's really painful because they have an American manager who really wanted to be the coach of the U.S. men's national team, and they made him the coach of Canada instead, and Canada's been really good since.
Wait, there's an American manager of the Canadian national team? Seems not right.
There's a lot of there's not I wouldn't say rarely, but there's like not that many. Like England's manager is German. Portugal's manager is I think Spanish. Like it's our manager is Argentinian. Like it doesn't. There are some countries that always seem to have like England typically has had an English manager, but they went for a German guy. Like Mexico always has like a Mexican manager. Spain always has like a Spanish manager.
That makes me think like international football is such big business that you can't have like country pride.
Yeah, there's none of that. There's none of that. They went. I mean, England went for a German. That's like
not go with like a mediocre English guy.
Yeah. Well, they had England had an English guy, Gareth Southgate, who actually did really well for them, but they never won like the big game, and so they just went for the German right after.
Big biz.
This guy says he's got 6,500 now on Grazerman. Did you triple down? Or no, 6,500 on Aldrich Potgieter? Do we have the richest guys in the world in our chat? It's unbelievable. Rare double playoff in LPGA and PGA Tour. Yeah, it's a team event, isn't it? LPGA. Could we get the rare playoff treble with LIV? It is definitely possible. Anything riding on this win for anyone, like getting into the open field? I don't think so. No, I think Grazerman is already going to be in on his world ranking. This is not part of the open qualifying series. I guess it's possible. Open Championship World Ranking qualify. Let's see. Top 50 in the world ranking for week 21. So I think that already came and went. Let's see. Open Championship field. Let's see if Grazerman's already in the field. Grazerman's in the field. Potgieter is not in the field.
Does Winning get him in?
Kirk is in the field. I don't think Winning gets him in. England has had Welsh, Irish, and Swedish managers in my lifetime, I believe. That's correct. Yeah, Sven-Goran Eriksson. LIV Golf more numbers than PGA? I don't think so. Not on FS2. Why does ESPN say the event is finished? Where can I watch this now? Because the 72-hole window has finished, but it's on CBS. The playoff is on CBS. Join us. Join us and like and subscribe to the channel. Like and subscribe. 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 Like and subscribe.
For real.
For real. For real. All right, they're back on the tee. We are back on the tee. It's the 18th. A little bit of an advantage, you would think, for Grazerman and Potgieter because they can carry that bunker, but you'd say that on every hole, right? You'd say that hitting at 340 yards is an advantage on every hole.
They both made it here on their own skills.
On their merits. Three-way playoff. Max Grazerman, Aldrich Potgieter, Chris Kirk. I'm taking Grazerman. I'm
going to take Aldrich.
You're going to take Aldrich?
Just so we can...
Just
Will you give me both other guys then?
No, I don't think so. No.
Because I want to root for Kirk.
So then take Kirk.
I'm taking Kirk.
You're taking Kirk. Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, fair enough. Can you guys show your TV screen so we can watch it? Unfortunately, we can't, Jackson. That's the dream. We can do that when we do the Wednesday throwback streams because they're not live, but live broadcast rules we cannot. We can't play the audio. I wish we could, but we can't. Cleats got caught in the door frame. Not sure what that's talking about. No. We're waiting for Max. Apparently lost a spike. Oh, Max Grazerman lost a spike walking to scoring. He's fixing his shoe. LOL. That's some golf shit right there.
I love that.
That is some golf shit right there. Yeah, man.
Chris Kirk is like he's gonna throw up.
His equipment is malfunctioning. Power stance from Aldrich.
Yeah.
There's Max. Gamesmanship? Could this be a little gamesmanship? Make him wait a little bit? I'm gonna ask him if he wins, you know?
Can you trade soft spikes in the middle of a round?
Can you tell me what's going on with those spikes? Because I gotta say, you kept those boys on ice a little bit.
I don't like this graphic anymore. I liked it at one point, but
there's no mystery at all with this. Yeah. They give you the whole line of the putt. No sweat 20 on Grazerman. Should I cash out? No, you got to ride it out at this point. You got to ride it out at this point. Oh, Bryson. Yep.
Fuck.
Rom back to. Ooh, that's bad. I think it's almost locked. Yeah, I think he's gonna miss it. Yeah, He's gonna miss it unless one of the fives make an absolute mess. Rom's streak is gonna be over.
Look how bad the Crushers are gonna win the team.
It's Bryson. Bryson at home. Interested to see where he ranks this versus his, United States Opens. All right, here we go. Grazerman has finally made it to the tee. Driving contest, who's winning? Well, Potgieter's hit 6 absolute missiles in a row.
But Max has a new spike.
But Max does have a new spike.
New grip.
New phone, new hair, new era. I'm in the penthouse. Like in Tiger Woods when you'd get new shoes and it would give you like extra 4% power.
Yeah.
I think he just got the extra 4% power.
I'm going to talk to a rules official about that.
Yeah.
That change.
I'm gonna need eyes on those spikes there, Mr. Grazerman. Patrick Reed for par on 17. Got it to go. So he's in at 600. That was big. He tied. Is he done? No, he's got one more to go.
He's got one more with Casey.
All right, Chris Kirk playing first on the 18th. It's a good one, at least according to the algorithm that Ben hates so much. Ben is an anti-AI guy, anti-robotics, anti-statistics. He would prefer if the broadcast looked more like it did back when Ken Venturi was in the booth.
I'd rather listen on the radio.
PGA Tour radio is pretty electric.
It's awesome.
Yes. Okay. Aldrich Potgieter. Can we make it 7 in a row for Potgieter? He's hit this driver like a dream on this back 9.
How about some yellow on this tracer?
T10 misses by 1 placement. Matsuyama T10. That stinks. Another good one from Potgieter. That's 7 in a row. 7 in a row, all above 190, all right down the middle. He is driving the absolute. If he hit those drives 7 in a row on the driving range and you saw them, you'd say that's the greatest player in the history of the game.
Yeah.
Wow, what an exhibition from
his
Potgieter.
swing's beautiful too. It's like a pretty. He doesn't look like he's like swinging out of his shoes. It's just like a power.
What is Keegan Boys with P. Reed? I don't know. I think they played maybe one Ryder Cup together.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I don't think Keegan cares about friendships. Maybe the other guys do, though. I don't know. All right, Grazerman, let's see if we can get 3 for 3 in the fairway.
Smooth.
Yep, 3 really good ones.
Oh, it's yellow or green? No.
Oh, that's going to carry that bunker again. Yeah.
Oh, we got a hot bounce,
Got a really good bounce. Max Grazerman could do. Yep, pass Aldrich again. Pass Aldrich again is Max Grazerman. Just want to talk about some optimized ball flight. He's giving up 10 miles per hour on the ball speed and still hitting it past him. Good finish at the Rocket Don't Say Mortgage Classic, huh, guys? Max is long as hell. Yes, he is. He's got a very modern, he drives it really long and really straight, and he puts the lights out of it. It's on weeks like this.
A drive as long as his last name, Max Grazerman.
That's a week like this. That's what Rick was talking about. Was a guy who can drive it really long and make a lot of putts.
No Ocean Life Academy, but I'll do this if you can see it.
No, don't. Do not get us suspended. Could you put a mirror up for the reflection? No. How many times do we have to say that we cannot show the golf? If we showed the golf, then this wouldn't be Dan on Golf. This would be Central Broadcasting System.
There's a cute little pug.
It would be
on the screen
see. There's DOG. That's our thing. It would be CBS if we were able to watch the golf. I kept the Canadian Open playoff idea where they kept changing the pin location. I think they only did that once. They kept on going back to 18 and they made a bunch of pars and they finally changed it.
Did they play it 4 times?
I think they played it. Yeah, I think it was at least 3 times that there was 3 5s in a row from each guy. All right, last hole in the LIV event. Paul Casey and Patrick Reed are tied for the lead. Can one of them make a birdie? 528 yard.
This is
par 4. This is a hard hole. Yeah, that looks like a good one though.
Doesn't matter.
Wow.
Right down the middle of the fairway is playing 0.11 over par.
Yeah, it's 528. That looks like it's rolling out a good amount though. What's up, G? Tony?
CBS
What's up?
Is out in Big Frosty's area.
I'll allow it considering they're fumbling the bag. They are fumbling the bag. You guys are trying to demonetize Dan and get him canceled. That's right, Tyler. Tyler's looking out. Tyler was the one who said, oh, wait, let's see. Can we get let's get the playoff. Let's see what all 3 of these are. Yeah, you can see Kirk's giving up a good 20 yards. So Kirk has 160, Grazerman 137, Potgieter 140. So he's giving up 20 yards to Potgieter and 23 yards. And they're showing, I wish we were doing a watch along back in this day. Remember this? The drive that was going completely out of bounds from Brian Campbell and then hit the tree?
Oh, yeah.
Like the worst drive you've ever seen. And it just kicks right back in play and he ends up winning the tournament.
The Brian Campbell special. Man, that was this year.
That was this year. That was
crazy.
That was pre-Dan on Golf, I think.
Was it?
Yeah. No, we had Brian Campbell on the show.
I was going to say.
So it was post Dan on Golf, but it was pre-watch along. Pre-watch along. The money is pouring in on Max. That's called Aura. That's called Quaker Ridge Aura. Plus 150, plus 180 for Kirk, plus 185.
I would call it the Bosco
for Potgieter. That Campbell skank was unreal. That's one of the best drops. One of the best. One of the best kicks you'll ever see.
Is that a real golf term?
Skank? Yeah. When you like skank one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, we're not saying it in like a
only in that context.
Yeah, we're not saying it in a mean way. Wow. Round numbers. 40, 30, 20. 40, 30, 20. This is awesome. A game for a lifetime. How good's that? 20, 30, 40. You've got an up-and-comer, you've got a guy in the square of his prime, and you've got the 40-plus showing that this is not just a young man's game anymore. I know. The world rankings have gotten younger. I know. PGA Tour U. I know these guys are hitting it 25 yards by me. But I still got it. Chris Kirk going to have 160 yards in. Can't stream on a delay, then show clips of shots. Easton Duke. We should probably have a sign in the back that says whatever you're asking us to do as far as showing the golf, we can't do it.
We're not allowed. It's just.
I mean, can we do this? No.
You can show Tourcast.
Yeah, but sometimes Tourcast has the video, but we can't. Are you also going to ask questions in LIV press conferences? I haven't been to a LIV event.
To go to one first, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been to a LIV event in a long time. I was going to maybe go to Virginia, but then that fell through at the last minute. All right, Kirk. Sam Burns' dad preached on my church at Shreveport, Louisiana this morning. Nice. Did they introduce him as Sam Burns' dad, or did you just know that it was his dad?
This is father of Sam Burns. Burns.
You got one pitcher and 2 throwers, says Laz. That's a deep take for the ball mowers out there. Yeah, paint by numbers or an artist. Okay, second shot. Chris Kirk into the 18th. It's on a good line. It's drawing toward the flag. Is it the right number?
Too high.
Nah, that's the best one we've seen so far. That's only about 9 feet, I would say, maybe 10 feet for Chris Kirk. And that's an advantage to play first. You know, these guys know they've got to answer that now.
That was an amazing shot.
Yeah, that was really
That's
sick.
like the shot
could win the tournament.
Yeah, take off what I've said about hitting this shot into 18.
That
is the shot.
That's the best one we've seen so far.
You can throw it up high at 100 apex and still, as long as you get it back there. H.E. Pockiter, man.
He's getting a lot of airtime. He's got a strong jaw.
That's right.
Max getting some shade.
I don't know if the chat's ahead of us. I can't look at it.
Yeah, don't look. We're in crunch time now. Chris Kirk, by the way, has 9 feet 3 inches. 9 feet 3 inches for Chris Kirk. We're gonna show the Tourcast.
It's gonna be slightly downhill.
We're gonna show the Tourcast to give you a read, but we know it's gonna be downhill and a little left to right. It's pretty similar putt to the one he had.
Here's the kid.
Potgieter, his second. That one's a little bit further right. Is that gonna get up that slope? Nope. Too much spin.
It's gonna have the same putt he had in
regular. No, it's gonna stay. It stays. It stayed right on that edge. Wow, that is one more revolution and that thing's going all the way back down to where you had the first putt. So that's a pretty doable one, probably 20, 24 feet, I would say.
Sure is wasting a lot of time not running to mark that.
20 feet, 4 inches. Yeah, that thing is close.
Last but not least.
Grazerman, this was the Vegas favorite coming in because of the aura. This was my pick. Gap wedge, same club he hit into it the first time.
Just another jammer back there, dude.
Can he answer Chris Kirk? Max Grazerman.
That looks great.
It's on a good line. It's all about the distance. One hop.
Oh.
Left and short of the ridge. Big advantage for the 40-plus here. You know, those big kids, they outdrove Chris Kirk by 20 yards on the playoff hole. And who's closest? Who's got the best chance? It's Chris Kirk. He's going to have 9 feet, likely to win the tournament. How about this shot in there? Just a little syrupy, little 3-yard draw that kicks right, almost pin high, and had a lot of spin to keep it there. That's a great shot from Chris Kirk.
Oh, it was so good.
Takari Daniels is loving that Chris Kirk still has a chance here. That's the Eagle Cam.
He did introduce himself as Sam Burns' dad and used the Canadian Open as a reference to giving it our all. Let's go.
Yeah, you know what? Golf is life.
That's my religion.
Golf is an allegory for life. Oh, wait, can we do a ROM check? Is he done? I think it might be done.
I think it's over, man. I think he was fucked already.
Just scroll now. T11, and everyone's finished. It's done. It's done. The streak is over. Oh, the streak is over. John Rahm. This is a big day for LIV. It's a big day for LIV.
They're shown.
They're
one
showing
of their superhumans is human.
Oh wow, she's pricing out.
Ready.
She's pricing it out. She wrote Chris Kirk and saw how it was going to look. She's got to size her.
She wants Chris Kirk.
She wants Chris Kirk. Yeah. She wants to be home for dinner. She wants Chris Kirk. She doesn't want Max Grazerman and Aldrich Potgieter. Well, she probably has to do a different font size for those.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know how much room she has there. That's funny. I'm glad they showed her twice. That's great.
Yeah. Well, they couldn't dirt her like that, you know? Show her once and it was only her just stroking it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, Abraham Answers kicking the dirt.
Yeah, he not happy. In the bunker. Are we going to get some putts for the win for Casey and Reed? I didn't see where they finished. Did they hit their second shots yet? Do they have that live? Do they have that situation? No? Mm-mm. Oh, here we go. Second shot's coming. Second shot's coming on the LIV event. Paul Casey from the fairway, 190. But we're also at the Rocket Don't Say Mortgage Classic. We got Max Graserman putting first. Can he make a putt of a similar length to the one he made on 16?
This would be a big moment.
This would be huge.
Big balls
This
moment.
would be absolutely huge for Max Graserman. It's going to miss short and low. Not a good putt. Not a good putt at all for Max Graserman. How do these guys keep leaving it so short?
It's not the time to do that.
When you know that par, you know, when you know someone's in there 9 feet, why don't you give yourself a chance, man?
It's such an uphill putt, too.
Yeah,
like, just bang it back there.
That's your 5th time playing the hole this week. You know what's coming.
Good point.
It's literally your 5th time playing the hole this week.
We often forget that.
We often forget. Little math for the squad. Okay, now we've got the 2-1s. We had Graserman's, which was really an outside chance. Potgieter's is doable.
This is 70% of the putt he just had.
Yeah, this is doable. And then we've got Kirk's, which is probably a 50% proposition. Max has low-key big thighs, explains the distance. Not as big as Aldrich's.
That's right.
There's the president again. His Excellency Potgieter. Let's get this to the hole. Let's get this to the hole.
He's taking big practice strokes there.
I want this to get to the hole.
Use that booty.
I want this to get to the hole. Get it to the hole, Aldrich.
Ooh! Oh, it was so good.
Does that count as getting to the hole?
Yeah.
It's
hole high left.
Just kind of limped. It was low. It didn't have enough speed. Didn't have enough speed. I think it broke left. It broke too much. All right. Chris Kirk for the 40 pluses. Kirk, let's see it, Kirk.
Do you think she put the C in? Do you think she banged the C in?
That would be very presumptuous. He wanted it. His Excellency wanted it.
It's just not a man you want to disappoint.
No. Some piercing eyes there, too. Okay, Chris Kirk. We know it's downhill. We know it's left to right. Here it is.
Can we get a worm cam, please?
Don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat. Do not look at the chat. No matter what happens, do not look at the chat. Don't look at the chat.
I'm not.
You're looking at the chat. I'm covering the chat.
I'm looking at us.
Can't see it. All right, Chris Kirk for the win. For his 7th win. That's a lot of wins. For Chris Kirk's 7th win on the PGA Tour, he hit a dart with his second in the first playoff hole. He's got 9 feet to do it. Downhill, left to right. Are we going to get a worm cam? I don't think we are.
Come on.
Chris Kirk for the victory. Right the whole way.
Didn't go.
Right the whole way. It was the same putt we saw. The same putt that we saw. We saw a bunch of guys miss that. All right, so Graserman's now got a putt to stay alive. We're going to 2 playoff holes. Run it back. Turbo.
I want to see if Chris Kirk were to win, who he would pass.
He thought it was going left. He started on the right side of the hole.
Wins. Okay. Why does this not give you more than the top 50?
Why does what not give you more than the top 50?
Wins of all. It only goes to top 50 total wins.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have to go deeper than that. Okay, Graserman, let's see if he can get to the playoff, to the second hole of the playoff. Yes, he does. Yeah. Right in the middle. So are we going back to 18? Are we going back to 18? That was a pretty meh effort, in my opinion, from Chris Kirk with the tournament on the line, with a chance to win. Oh, they're going to the par 3. Okay. Or at least they're showing the par 3. Second playoff hole. We're going to 16, it looks like. Yep, walking across. That's so old school. A little ditch. That reminds me of Oakmont. Like a little ditch on the right side of the hole. You know, almost plays like a bit of a road hole with that ditch there on the side.
That's Western PA golf.
A par 3 Oy vey, says Laz. Not a fan of par 3s for the playoff.
Do a chip off.
Probably an advantage for Kirk, I would guess. You know, maybe a little bit more control.
He earned it with that dart he threw.
Let's see what we're looking at on 17. Oh, they haven't updated it yet. Or let's see how these guys played 17 earlier. We can do that. We can do that. Kirk on 16. Sorry, 15. 15's the par 3. Kirk made a par. He hit it on the kind of short left part. Yeah, maybe, was that on the green? Just a little bit. Yeah, green. 2 putted from there. Let's see what Grazerman did. We can see both these guys on this hole. 4th round on 15. Both made par.
A few notable names that Chris Kirk will
pass. This is the one where Potgieter fatted his chip and made bogey. Okay, who will he pass?
Lee Westwood.
Lee Westwood has 6, but a lot of those are
6, yeah.
co-wins.
Billy Mayfair.
Okay.
He would tie Xander Schauffele.
Wow. Chris Kirk
one off Patrick Cantlay.
Chris Kirk having as many wins as Xander Schauffele.
He'd have more than major champion Cam Smith.
Doesn't Max Homa have 6 wins?
Max Homa also has 6 or 7 wins.
I think he has 6 wins.
And Cameron Young has 5.
Nope, not Cameron Young. He's never won.
Oh, sorry, 5 runner-up.
That's that's AI lies.
Wow.
I was like, nope. I was like, either I'm dreaming or he's not won 5 because he's not won 1. 6 wins for Max. So he would pull even with Xander Schauffele and Max Homa. It's a good career, man. Yeah. It's a damn good career. They've got His Excellency Cam.
HE Cam.
It's
Dad Cam. I think that's both 2 dads.
Tommy's Burgers, double chili cheese, hold the onions and cheese fries. Chili cheese fries, my favorite burger place in LA. Okay, there should be no concern with daylight. It gets dark around 9:25. Yes, if we go another 3 hours, we're in a lot of trouble. Great show, fellas. Appreciate it. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. Kirk, yeah, Dakar, you had your chance there. Kirk was your guy. Okay, back left pin. Everyone's been coming up short to this flag. It's only 150-something yards, but everyone's been coming up short.
Play like a winner.
Well, it's a tough wind. It's a wind into and off the left with a back left pin.
Care, these guys are good.
These guys are good. Sorry, yeah, into and off the left with a back right pin is a very, very difficult wind. It's a cool par 3. That green looks cool.
Is it, or is it a perfect draw wind?
It's good for Chris Kirk. Yeah, Chris Kirk can start it at the flag, hit his draw, and just hold it up there. Let's see it. Patrick Reed's got a putt to win the tournament. Don't know how long it is. About to find out. We could get a triple playoff today. You know?
2 refreshers, no water, no additions. Is that what he says?
Those are some big... They got tall boy high noons now.
They've broken contain in Detroit.
Did you see that?
High noon tall boys?
Yeah.
Big fat ones.
I hadn't seen that before. Okay. Kirk will play first on 15. Look how many divots there are on that tee box.
That's crazy. That's a driving range.
That's taken a beating this week.
Turn.
Well out to the right. Ooh, well out to the right from Chris Kirk. It catches the green, though, importantly, so we'll still be putting, but that's a long way from the hole. That's got to be 70 feet, maybe, for Chris Kirk. Bit of a fan. The wind got it.
Tough spot to be.
Yeah,
you're just praying these guys do the same thing.
Yeah, it's really great when you play first and you hit a good one. It's not so great when you play first and hit a terrible one. Here's Patrick Reed to win the tournament.
Little slider.
Looks like it's got too much break.
Or?
Yeah. It's just a little on the high side.
Go back.
Yeah. Triple playoff. I think it's gonna be a quad playoff on.
Did I overhear that the LPGA is in a playoff situation as well?
I think so. I think you did hear that. All right, Potgieter, 9-iron. Can he hit one of these short iron, these fillet shots? Can he judge the distance right? 84 feet. Oh, it's a dart. Does it stay? It doesn't stay.
Wow.
Oh, it's long into the rough. He got aggressive there. That shows you how difficult that pin is. He goes, that's so soft. He said, I hit that so soft, and that's a horrendous lie. Horrendous
Oh my
live for
God.
Potgieter. Now all of a sudden, you're Max Grazerman. You're thinking, I hit this in the middle of the green. I could 2-putt and win this tournament.
It all comes
It
down
is
to
going to
this.
be a 4-way playoff, by the way, at LIV.
The Crushers.
Kosuma, Oosthuizen, Casey, and Reed. Wow. A 4-way playoff. A 3-way playoff. A 4-way playoff. Bryson is loving it from his teammate. Buffalo Wild Wings abuse. That's right. This thing is he's just slamming the crap out of that button.
Oh, I'd hate to be a bartender of B-dubs right now.
Thrower, not a pitcher, says Laz about Potgieter. No idea how to play golf. He's been in playoff twice this year. He's got some idea. Okay. Max Grazerman. Middle of the green. With where those guys are, just hit it in the middle of the green, Mr. Grazerman. That one's drawing.
It's drawing the right direction.
Looks like it's toward the center of the green.
Oh.
Yeah, he's done exactly what he needed to do. Oh, how about the English on that one for Max Grazerman? Curls one in there to about 10 feet. Mr. Grazerman, start getting the clip ready. Start getting the clip ready.
Oh, Kirk he was like, damn, that was good.
Was he impressed?
Podcast, damn, that was good.
They were
Man. Oh, he said over the back. Max.
Yeah. Look at how much this thing took a back left turn. Sick. Come on, Kirk, says Chandler McBride. You're going to need a 2-putt. Max, who knows how to pitch, hits a 90% shot with controlled spin. That's golf, says Laz. Dart into the last for Grazerman. The shades are on. The shades come off often. The shades are back on. I'm gonna ask him if he wins. I'm gonna say, what's our protocol, Max, for when the shades are on and when the shades are off?
I'd like to know, as somebody who typically keeps them on the whole round when I play.
Yeah.
Am I hurting myself?
I think a lot of guys take them off. A lot of guys take them off when they putt.
These are prescriptions when I wear them for golf.
Those are like half prescription, half sunglasses.
They're
transition.
Yeah, they're prescription tints. Yeah.
Tints. But if you're like on a sunny day, do you just wear those?
Try these on. It makes everything look like a sunny day.
Yeah,
They just become the summertime.
Yeah. Rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
True rose-colored glasses. All right, so we got a playoff on LIV too. We're not going to stay till the finish of LIV if it's after the tour event, but we're here for now. We're here for now. You guys watching? You guys watching both, or are you guys locked in on the PGA Tour? Do we have both on? This is a pro golf zone. We're not, we watch golf on TV. We watch it.
We're in the PGZ.
Using the spin control from EA Tiger Woods 2008. That's right.
That.
That's a good show.
We'd
tap
the
hitting
back
it as hard
button.
as it can.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing really did put on the brakes. Woo! That had some serious English on it.
I love that from the blimp cam too.
Yeah, giving you some perspective.
Little P.
Little P. If U.S. Ryder Cup changes its cause, Colin got back in auto 6. Okay, Colin's going to be in it no matter what. So I don't think anyone's concerned about that. But interesting indeed. What did Keegan? I think Keegan made the cut. What did he finish this week? Obviously coming off a massive adrenaline dump. Tie for 41st. Not horrible. Shot 12 under. Wow.
Respectable 12 under.
They're still talking about the Miguel Angel Jimenez thing.
Oh, from all back in the day.
From like 15 years ago when you searched Keegan Bradley's. Why Keegan Bradley had heated argument with Miguel Angel Jimenez during PGA Tour event in 2011.
We just resurfaced that clip. Probably was
conveniently left that one off the the headline that it was in 2011. It feels a little bit misguided, All right.
Online publishing is a game.
That's true. So Kirk is going to go first because I guess Potgieter is closer to the hole despite being on the green. So Chris Kirk from all of 60 feet.
Oh, that is all man.
The pace is terrific.
Perhaps? No.
Great putt. Great putt from Chris Kirk. It's going to have about 3.5 feet left for his par, but that's a good one there. That's a really good one there.
I guess that's what you do in that position. This is the real test. For Cabbage.
For his chipping, which has been suspect down the stretch. He's got to give this one some speed.
He really has to commit to the shot. He's been yippy on those.
He really has to commit to this. It's got an upslope, so it should help him get it high. Looked like it came out nice.
That's good.
That's good. It's definitely in the miss range, though.
It's in the miss range.
It's definitely in the miss range, but it might not matter. It might not matter because Max Grazerman could do it right here.
Optical Tourcast is telling me that's
8 feet.
5'11".
No, I think it's further. 6'3". You were pretty close. Okay, it's better than I thought. I thought it was more like 8 feet.
I'm dialed today.
Yeah, that was actually a scary shot because if he hits it too far past, it kicked dead right. He's pissed about that. He's a little.
That's why worm cam matters.
Yeah,
that showed us.
That showed us way more.
Way more.
That showed us way more. All right, Max Grazerman.
Speaking of, give us one.
Here we go, Max. Ooh,
oh,
what was that?
This is the sauciest aim point.
That was a little Kobe before the aim point. He went like this. Ooh, and then I'm gonna do it. That was sick.
That was like a engine. Those like external engines on a muscle car when they like the flaps, right?
Yeah. Let him know you're there. All right, Mr. Grazerman. This is for it all. This is for it all. This is for Max Grazerman, 30 years old. The playoff was a 20-year-old against a 30-year-old against a 40-year-old, and the 20-year-old against a 30-year-old against a 40-year-old, and the 30-year-old has a chance to do it here to win his first PGA Tour event with a birdie on the second playoff hole. Max Grazerman, one of the best putters on the PGA Tour. Can he get it done? No. Just slid by on the low side. Oh, we've had two good looks.
He said he pushed it.
We've had two. He said I pushed it. We've had two good looks to win the tournament. We had Chris Kirk on the first playoff hole. We had Max Grazerman on the second playoff hole. We are likely to go to a third playoff hole. There are two putts that still need to go in.
Oh, yeah.
So neither of those are in just yet, but we're grinding, guys. We're absolutely grinding. We're probably going to a third playoff hole.
That looked like it had a chance 98% of the way.
Yeah, it just ran out of speed. Oh, it was close. Just ran out of speed. Did it hit the hole? Not quite.
Almost.
Just barely missed it on the low side. Our gambling guy might be losing it. No, I think he's got him top 10. I don't think he has him to win the tournament, so I think he's okay. Oosthuizen looks like he might have just hit it in the water on the playoff hole. Yeah. Okay.
According to Russell Bacon, he did.
So then it's who's Russell Bacon? Oh, it's like
friend of the show.
I was like, am I supposed to know that name?
Shane's cousin.
Okay, so it's down to sort of a three-way playoff on 18. Casey Reed, Oosthuizen, Kosuma.
Kosuma's still in it. He had a good drive, I believe.
Potgieter for par to stick in it. Potgieter from 6 feet, 4 apart. He made a putt sort of this length to get into the playoff. Can he make it on the second playoff hole? Yes, he does. That's big time from Aldrich. That's big time. It's been very easy to miss that putt. And they've got His Excellency cam, and we're going to a third playoff hole, probably with 3 players. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. You're gonna have to hold the fort. You're gonna have to hold the fort first.
My plane.
Yeah, my plane. You got this. Step in.
I'm curious if they go to the same hole or if they are gonna go to 18.
I don't know. Not sure.
We'll see. Right now, Chris Kirk is staring down an equalizer. And it's not a gimme. It's 6 feet. It's for par.
I gave this to him. I already gave this to him. I haven't gone to the bathroom yet, but I already gave this to him.
You can't even go to the bathroom. Oh my God.
I should be fired. I should be fired from the watch along.
Oh, because you said we're going to a third playoff hole?
Yeah,
well, we still are.
I know, but I said it was going to be 3 guys in the third playoff hole. I went to the bathroom before Chris Kirk missed it. I'm really sorry, guys. I should be fired from the watch along. That is watch along negligence.
Your employment's retained. The watch along continues.
Kirk is out.
Kirk is out,
Takari. I'm sorry to tell you.
You only have to be sorry to me since I was the guy who picked him.
Wow, dude, I knew he was gonna miss it as soon as I knew he was gonna miss it.
Viewers, Dan came out of the restroom for that. That's how bad he feels. Feels almost as bad as those of you that are watching on CBS as Chris Kirk's father looks right now. That's tough. You don't want that to be the miss that, especially if 2 guys are going into the, be the third guy. Don't be the odd man out. Now you got to watch 2 guys fight for what you could have been fighting for. Really tough. Tough. We missed the worm cam too. Chris Kirk is probably giving a pretty emotional interview right now. I can't hear him, but I can see he's picking at his chin the way I do when I'm nervous. My little beard here. Can't help but feel. We're going to have a first-time PGA Tour winner. That's right.
I have great news.
What's that?
We had got her up top 30.
Oh, nice. It wasn't 20.
No, it finished 25. So we hit both those.
Takari.
Another good week. Sorry, Takari. That rhymes. You've probably heard that a few times in your life, haven't you? Sorry, Takari. Yeah, sorry. If that, like, brings up some bad memories of, like, a middle school breakup.
We do apologize.
I'm sorry. Oh, they're back. The chats are back. You missed the worm cam replay on Potguyder's putt, too. I missed everything. I missed absolutely everything. It's really bad. I feel like I owe an apology to Chris Kirk, Can't be given those putts. Cannot be given those putts. All right, what hole are we on? 16. 16, and it's down to the 20-year-old versus the 30-year-old. The 40-year-old misses a 3-footer. That gives me a little bit of a flashback to Nadina, 2012. The real ones know. That's when Stricker and Furyk just couldn't make a damn putt.
We're going to have a first-time PGA Tour winner.
We are? We're going to have... Are you really excited?
The chat said it, so I
yeah, Ben loves the first-time PGA Tour winner.
I love a first-timer, especially if it's the young boy.
I'm going to, I'll ask him. All about the experience of the first victory. Okay. Potgieter. Can we make it 8 in a row?
Still no light
on the
algo.
Know. That one's going right, I think.
The algo has busted.
Yeah,
We're getting what we wanted.
Too much ball speed. Big miss right into a fairway bunker for Aldrich Potgieter.
How exciting was that?
Yeah, so exciting.
We had no idea.
That was my favorite shot of the day.
We're like, is it going to turn green? What's going on?
Chris shouldn't be upset. He saved his card with this good week.
Really?
Well, he went up from something. Well, he's going to finish he's probably in like the 90s now. So yeah, he could have. There's only a couple events left.
Good.
But he's in the Open, so he has a chance, for some massive points in a major.
They're playing the 16th.
All right, Grazerman's got 3-wood. I wonder if he had 3-wood before Potgieter. Three-wood for Grazerman. That also looks like that one's drawn. That looks good. Yep, algorithm didn't have it there. Preserved a little mystery for you. Right in the middle of the fairway for Max Grazerman. He's got the advantage. Casey or Reed hasn't won yet. No, they're still in the playoff on LIV. It's on FS2. And we're going to have a first-time LIV winner, too. It's LIV Erasure.
Oh, really?
Thanks, PS36. Appreciate it. 3 feet, Kirk. Takari, you would have put that in slow to the grapes. Takari would have made that putt.
Who's your pick on this side, then, if we were picking a guy?
Kasuma. Yeah, that's where my heart's at. My heart's with Kasuma.
I'll pick Louis, then. I'm not a Paul Casey guy.
Louis hit it in the water. You sure you want Louis?
Yeah, I'm not a Paul Casey guy.
Paul Casey looks like he just hit it way left. Yeah, in that bunker, maybe. All right, I think it's advantage Kasuma. Actually, I don't know where Reed is.
I could pick P. Reed. I thought he was out.
Has Reed hit his second shot? That's your guy. He sent your dad a whole nice thing, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
You guys ever hear Ben's Patrick Reed story? You want to tell it really quick?
Remember I told it on a watch along and then the internet cut out, so we didn't get to
told us on a live show at the Masters and the internet cut out.
Live show?
So why don't you tell your little story?
When I went to the 2018 Masters with my father, I was lucky enough to bring him down there with Mercedes. Shout out to Mercedes.
They brought you and your dad?
They invited me on a press trip, and I said I will come if I can bring my dad. And they
Power
said,
move.
That's cool.
That's lit.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It was great. And
what year was this?
2018.
2018.
Or sorry, 2017. The year Patrick Reed won.
2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Sorry. And so he won, and afterward, my dad found a Getty image of me and him standing behind Reed on the 17th, over the 17th green. He's in a pitch shot back on. And he sent it to me. He's like, "Oh my God, I found this photo, but it's $500." And I was like, "Dad, light work. We have a Getty subscription."
Oh, you just downloaded it.
Downloaded it. And my dad sent it to Patrick Reed. He emailed it to him via contact us at preedgolf.com. And he got a response from Patrick and Justine. They became pen pals. They were emailing back and forth. Asked for this one day. I show up at the office.
Don't believe everything you read, And
there's this 4.5 foot tall frame, and it's a framed Masters flag signed by Patrick Reed. The article I wrote about taking my dad to the Masters, which was a big emotional article I wrote.
So he found that.
My dad sent him the link and was like, "Read this. This is about. It's connected to your Masters win always." and they went back and forth a little bit. And I showed up to the office, and this giant thing is sitting there.
What a guy.
I'm like, who is this from?
He just hit a hell of a shot into 18 too. He's got about 12, 15 feet for the win.
So he's our guy.
Patrick Reed is a friend of the Boscovich family.
He sure is.
A friend of the family. Forever.
Dad, if you're watching and know how to chat live.
That shit's forever. That shit's forever, you know?
I don't have the whole frame anymore. I took the flag out of it.
You took the flag out?
And it's hanging above my desk.
Why? Oh, because you just like the Masters
It's a
flag?
pretty massive thing I was moving about, but I've kept the elements of it.
Got it. Good story, man. I like that. A little story time for the third playoff hole?
Story time.
Once you get to the third playoff hole, we need some stories.
We'll clip that for when
he wins.
When he
No, we'll tell it on the show tomorrow. We'll tell it on the show tomorrow.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah.
All right, why not?
I think it's a really nice story.
I'll think about how to...
Do you have pictures of the...
Yeah.
Of everything?
I got pictures of everything, yeah.
All right, let's do it. If he wins, let's do it on the show tomorrow. Yeah.
If he wins.
If he wins.
P. Reed, you want good pub? You got to win this tournament.
Andy from the Fried Egg. Grazerman wouldn't be here right now had it not been for Matt Kuchar's guidance.
Oh.
I was actually the one who got that story out of Max Grazerman. We did an interview after on Foreplay after Kuchar was like, yeah, I was trying to show Max, he's a rookie. And then I asked Max, he's like, I didn't speak to that guy once all day. He was like, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know why he put my name in there. Like,
that was one of the more bizarre.
That was so weird. That was so weird.
That's ever been said.
That was so weird.
Kasuma just missed the putt, I think.
Okay, so Reed's got a putt for the win. Your boy.
I think Reed just missed the putt.
Cheating is also forever. Reed says Jason's story.
Facts. I mean, that's why I don't feel bad about this.
That's so funny. It's like, oh, this amazing story. Everyone's like, cool, he cheated. Cool. These ball speeds are so juiced on TV. 177 with 3 wood. These guys are long, man. They're not jacked. But I was watching 2018.
Wow.
I was watching 2018 Tour Championship, and Rory was hitting his 3 wood 168. It's crazy how much.
Apparently, everyone that's watching Fubo just got kicked off the playoff.
Oh, well, sorry. CBS. Got to do it the old school way. All right, Grazerman's second shot into 16, the third playoff hole. From the middle of the fairway. It's a high loop and draw. It's a dart. Oh, it just peaked like it was going to go over that ridge, but stopped a little bit short. But
forward bounce would have been dirty on that.
Still a pretty good shot. Might have to navigate a little ridge there. But I think he really liked it when he hit it because he was holding. He did a little like the Nelly Corda one where he pulls it down and then stops it right away. Let's see if they show it. Right away.
Come on,
watch it. Boop, and then holds it right there. That's the Nelly.
You know what I'm talking about? That. Good look.
Yeah,
it's a good shot.
And we watch a lot of golf.
Sure do.
We watch a lot of golf. All right, Potgieter from the bunker. He actually should be okay. I think the lie is perfect, and he doesn't have a real lip to worry with pitching wedge.
All right. Good swing out of there.
This is going to have a ton of spin. Should have a ton of spin.
Ooh. Bite. Oh,
yeah, it does. It spins back. That's a hell of a shot.
Stayed within the shadow?
Yeah,
maybe?
It's a hell of a shot. That's, maybe he takes out the shadow, takes out the flag normally. You might want to keep it in for that one. Sometimes when you get one that's like right on the line, yeah, you just got to keep it. That was a hell of a shot. I mean, a hell of a shot.
That's the evolution of the Vic Hovland, JJ Spawn, give me a read. It's like the person's not giving you a read.
Now that he's like, it was a straight putt. I could just putt it right along the flag. Yeah. Shotville, shots. Good shots from the boys.
Look at this.
Casey just duffed it.
Watch this thing bite.
Another one that, you can tell it's trying to.
Oh, wait, that was...
Yep, got the nice thumbs up from Grazerman. That's about as much as you're going to get in a playoff.
Shades on.
Pinky ring. Paul Casey is a veteran choker. God, that is savage. Paul Casey is a veteran choker. Wow, that's not very nice. Yeah, he's playing his fourth, isn't he? I think he made a little bit of a mess in that bunker.
I can't remember exactly what it was, but he did something a couple years ago, like with a fan or something, like where I was like, I don't like him anymore. His attitude, like
I don't know what it would have been.
It's unfair of me to,
Yeah, listen, we're all humans. We're all humans. Both players at -110, says Laz. So that means that Aldrich's a little closer, but Grazerman's a little bit of a better putter statistically. Paul Casey is going to make a bogey on the playoff hole, so that's probably not going to get it done, seeing as Patrick Reed's in there with a chance for a birdie. It's going to be Kosuma or Reed, I think. Right? Because didn't Oosthuizen... I guess Oosthuizen's a par putt. He actually hit a good shot with his third after he took the drop. And they're measuring to see who's closer. We got Tom Watson on a connectivity and networking fiber solutions expert partnership. Comcast Business, PGA Tour, Comcast Business top 10. Kosuma. Jinichiro Kosuma.
This guy's disposition is great.
Is he putting or chipping?
He is wearing one of those Next belts, though.
He's chipping from right off the green.
Ooh.
Oh, that wasn't good.
Is he playing like a baby? Well, I'm sorry to ask you.
What, baby blue?
I thought his ball was like baby blue.
I don't know.
It's like the same color as his shirt.
Is it? No.
It might be me.
That's got to be just an optical illusion. There's no way that's... There's a 15 handicap on my club that hits 185 with driver. Yeah,
who's that, Laz Odom?
When did Paul Casey ever sack up in a tournament that meant something? I don't know. There's a lot of Paul Casey slander. Okay, here we go. Max Grazerman for birdie on the third playoff hole. He looks like he's playing for this to go left. Looks like it's going to kick a little right to begin with, no?
It's going to fall down to our right.
He's got it out there. Does it break? Does it break? Does it break? Oh, my God. Just sneaks by on the high side. That's the third good look at birdie that we have seen not drop in the playoff, which means Aldrit Potgieter has a chance to win it all.
From a fairway bunker.
From a fairway bunker. From a fairway bunker. He hit 7 darts in a row with the driver. Blocked one on the third playoff hole. But hit a hell of a shot from that bunker to get it back to that back tier.
I know that stance so well.
Yeah, the just missed it. The just missed it. All right, Reed's first. We have a couple putts to win. Patrick Reed to win the LIV Dallas at home. And
do it for Texas. My daddy.
Not even close.
Nope.
Oh!
Don't
clip that one. Don't clip that one.
Let's go.
Don't clip that one. That's called a late break to the left. Patrick Reed. Patrick Reed. Oh, we're going to get some Ryder Cup discourse. We're going to get some Ryder Cup discourse. We're going to get some Ryder Cup discourse. It's going to be fantastic. Patrick Reed playing some good golf this summer. Now we've got Aldrich for the win. The LIV event finishes first, and it's Patrick Reed. Wow, you got to consider him. Yeah, Keegan's definitely, he's in the mix. He's definitely thinking about it. Here's Aldrich. Nope. We're going to hole 4. We're going to the 4th playoff hole.
Keep him coming.
4th playoff hole. God.
P. Reed's getting sprayed with champagne.
P. Reed is getting a win at home in Texas for Patrick Reed. We're going to our 4th playoff hole. Let's do a little update. He does
have friends and lovers. Look, everybody likes him.
Yeah, everyone's happy
for him. He did get invited to that party.
Yeah, dude, I just didn't want to go.
He had plans. He was at the casino. Another one. Are you changing the Chiron?
I'm changing the Chiron. First one all day. Grazerman versus Potgieter playoff. 1 win shouldn't get Patrick Reed on the Ryder Cup team. Sorry, not sorry. Let's take a look.
I'm going to agree with Joseph.
Let's take a look at his recent form. He finished tied for 23rd at the U.S. Open, missed the cut at the PGA, 3rd at the Masters, 2nd in the International Series event, 4th in Korea.
Not bad.
Do you choose a guy like that over?
Yeah, who is he bumping out?
Yeah, do you choose a guy like that over? I guess like McNeely. I mean, there's one sort of spot. Does Keegan? You know, if Keegan doesn't play, does that open up another spot?
Sam Burns.
Yeah, well, the Open just became hugely important for Patrick Reed. Is he in the Open? Oh, yeah.
He is.
I don't think he is, dude. Yeah, he's in.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I said I don't think he is, he is. How is he in? Doesn't say. He finished 3rd in the Masters. Maybe that's it.
He probably made a top 10 in the past 2 years or something.
I wonder if someone else got a picture of them behind the 17th green.
I don't know, but Laz is talking in the chat as if he is a Patrick Reed fan right now. He's like defending him.
Oh,
Laz,
he is?
Are you a Reed guy? Is that why you're talking like this?
You know, he can separate the art from the artist. He thinks you got to consider him for the Ryder. That guy knows how to play. You want to talk about a guy who's not just a basher? You know?
Yeah. He's got soft hands. Great short game.
And he's got some Ryder Cup experience.
It's true.
Record is 11 playoff holes, 1949 Motor City Open. That was a tie. So both guys got the win. That's when Sam Snead, that's when they were handing out PGA Tour wins like they were fucking Halloween candy. Greetings from Mexicali, Baja California.
Imagine this just went on until the show tomorrow. We just like, we're in here like, we got to do the show. I drank 45 body armors.
Yeah. All right. 4th playoff hole. We still got 3 hours of daylight, so I'm feeling good about that. But let's get a winner here. Let's get a winner here. Four playoff holes is a lot of playoff holes. LIV guys can qualify in Asian Tour events, Mark Kelly. That's right. Maybe he did it through the International Series. All right, Potgieter going to find the fairway.
Green light.
195 ball speed. He's still hitting absolute missiles.
I like that they're going to different holes. This is nice.
Yeah. But the crowd, the fans, there's some hardcore fans there that are really trying to follow this. They're running.
They're going backwards.
They're going
on the course.
back
They went
and
from
forth,
18 to 17 to 16 to 14.
Yeah. All right, Grazerman going with the driver as well. Potgieter just melted a ball. Yeah, he knows how to hit drives. That's for sure. He knows how to hit drives. We are on 14. Let's get the Tourcast back up. Yeah, there it is. Reed won't get picked. Surely Russell Bacon. It depends on the Open, I think. But I still don't think it's enough as of right now. But sort of in the conversation. All right, Grazerman, can he answer the fairway with one of his own? He can. He can. That one's down the left, but cutting. 184. His gets he see how different the bounces he gets versus the ones that Potgieter gets.
His bounces are shooting forward.
Yeah, because he's hitting like hot, almost. Yeah, they're just way lower spin. It's a way.
He's hitting that penetrating fade that Shane wishes I hit.
Yes, instead of the scoopy fade. That's right. That's right. This beats Canadian Open. Really, you're liking this over? We're liking this over Sam Burns versus Ryan Fox. It's just a bunch of pars. It's sort of the same thing as the Canadian Open, isn't it?
It is kind of the same thing.
But we had a moment there with the missed putt. We had a moment there with Chris Kirk missing his putt. Let's go Potgieter Greens from South Africa. There's some South Africa. What time is it in South Africa? Thrilled for Sargent. He went back to his old childhood coach. I forget who went to, which may have caused his issues. He was with Mark Blackburn. That is correct. Who did he go back to? Scott Hamilton. I think Scott Hamilton was maybe his coach back in the day. Yeah, I think we were all a little bit concerned for Gordon Sargent, being outside the top 500 in the college rankings before turning pro, not even traveling with Vanderbilt to the regional, not even traveling to the national championship. Then has to go and play a PGA Tour event, basically cold, hadn't played anything in a bunch of months, and he missed the cut at the Canadian Open, but he shot 1 under for the week and then made the cut this week. So it's been much better than we maybe feared for Gordon Sargent so far.
1 a.m. in South Africa.
1 a.m. Wow, 12:54 a.m. and we're watching Aldrich. I love it. I love the dedication.
Or brother?
Richard Fox, go South Africa.
Or cousin?
No, he's from New Zealand. Fox is a pretty common name. Could be. -6 on Friday. I don't know what that means. What's -6? I don't know, wherever he is. Hey, fellas, thanks for the coverage. I'm Peter Milani's piano teacher, and so stoked he had a good week. I'm an avid golfer, Dan, and if you'd like to learn and play around in Knox, give me a shout. I assume that means Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, cool.
Is that what Knox is?
Maybe
when I'm down there
hopefully
we get to Tennessee for the college series.
Cool.
How is Peter Milani as a piano? I feel like he'd be a pretty good student. I feel like he'd practice a lot.
Good hands.
Good hands. Nice head on his shoulders. Does the live show get this crazy international following because Dan knows soccer football? I'm not sure. For Sargent on Friday. Oh my God, the soccer game starts in 5 minutes. This is totally ruining my
your plans.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, mine too. We're approaching Sunset Boulevard rush hour on the way back to
It's Sunday though. Is there still rush hour on Sunday?
It's crazy.
It gets crazy out there in the streets.
Sundays out here.
All right, Potgieter, it looks like he hit the longer drive, but Grazerman might be closer based on sort of the shape of the hole. South African born, living in Australia. These streams are straight vibes. They are, Jack. It's what we do every week, man. We do them every week, except for the next two. We'll be off for John Deere. We'll be off for Scottish. I don't know if I'm going to be off for Scottish.
See what you can do.
I think I kind of want to do it for Scottish.
We should try to figure out if I can Zoom and we can try that for the Scottish as like a test.
That would be something.
Yeah.
Like a Zoom feed in OBS. Continents. You definitely can do it.
Yeah.
You definitely can, because you can show anything that's on your screen on there with sound.
Instead of Tourcast, you would just have Zoom.
I would just have Zoom and I would have the audio on.
I just don't know if there's latency, but...
Yeah, we'll see. Just kicked off watching it on YouTube TV. Can't click back on it and watch. He's a grinder. He was practicing in his hotel room. I have proof. Love to hear it. Fun fact for international listeners, the national soccer team here is the U.S. women's national team. Yeah, our men's national team is a bit of an embarrassment at the moment. There was a story that came out that the manager who they paid $5 million a year, the Argentinian guy, to be like the savior for the World Cup, which is in the U.S. next year. There was a story that he was already interviewing for the Brentford job, but he denied it. But that would be spicy. Look how, okay, in my defense, Reed's putt really went in at 3 o'clock.
It did. That was a great putt.
It was a great putt. It was a great putt. All right, 2 balls in the fairway on 14. Can we get a birdie? You guys shot 22 under par for the week. Can we get a birdie? Statistically speaking, you birdied.
Yeah.
You birdied more than 1 out of every 4 holes because that would be 18 under. So it's about time. We're overdue. We're overdue.
Hey guys, if you just joined us for this 4th hole of the playoff, hit that like button.
If you just joined us, sup.
Sup.
If you just joined us, what's up?
Hit that thumbs up.
Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're watching the finish here. We're enjoying ourselves big time. Dan, hit me up if you're ever in Michigan and want to play at Oakland Hills. I'd love to. I saw that they are redoing the clubhouse. I mean, I knew they were going to be redoing it, but I saw that they're making some progress. I saw a couple people posted they were playing. I guess it's not too far from Detroit Golf Club. Yeah. So, look nice. Love to see that.
This is not... Look at this shot.
What?
I just didn't think about it in regulation, but the water is
this
scary.
This is the par 5. Well, this is the one where
oh, it's par 5.
It's a par 5, yeah. I mean, but they're both going to have irons in because they both hit 360 off the tee. This is the one where Pot Geeter thought he had a perfect cut in there that just landed short and he hit a good chip.
Hey, how about Anthony Kim in not last place?
What'd he finish?
25th.
Oh, that's solid. That's probably one of his better finishes. Love this, Jesse Brown. We love it too. Can't they come up with a golf shootout? That's my uncle. You're not enjoying the playoff? Yeah, we should. What, a chip off? It's called a chip off, and it's highly anticlimactic when they do it in member guests. It's like, oh, one guy chunked it. All right, Grazerman setting up left. He's seeing a high peeler into this to access this flag. Here's Max Grazerman second on the 4th playoff hole, the par 5 14th. It's up there. It's turning left. It's sort of trying to come back, holding its line. It's a good shot right to the middle of the green for Max Grazerman. Perfectly pin high, 30 feet. That's for Eagle. The scores don't matter now. He's just got to beat Aldrich. We're watching this on CBS. Just joined. Can you start from the top on the mark? We've been doing this for 3 hours, my friend.
Can you start from the top?
Can we start from the... Yeah, let's just run it back. Let's just run it back. Aldrich Potgeeter's got a 1-shot lead. No, we had Thor Bjornsson, I think, leading.
Dan, don't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Chris Kirk hasn't putted
yet. Chris Kirk's got a putt. All right. Here's Potgeeter from a yard or two closer. Knows he's going to need a birdie at this point, you would think, with Max's Grazerman's putting an 8-iron into this par 5. That's on a more aggressive line. That's on a really, really, really good line from Aldrich Potgeeter. And it's an even better shot. It's an even better shot. A little bit inside. We're going to have 2 eagle putts on the 14th. These guys answered the call on 14. 558 yards. Driver, was it 9-iron they say he was hitting?
8.
Driver 8-iron, 558 yards.
Cool.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
cool, dude.
I don't think this course is like that easy. Like, let's see what it's rated. Like, these guys are unbelievable at
last
golf.
time I had driver 8-iron into any hole.
Yeah, I mean, it is rated pretty easy. It's rated like the same as Brentwood Country Club.
It would be hard for me, yeah.
But that's like for a shot and a half over par and 130
that's
slope.
the gold tees.
Yeah, those are the backs.
Oh.
That is one of the like 1.5 shots over par, 1.8 shots over par is one of the easier ratings you'll ever see of a PGA Tour event. 558-yard driver, 8-iron. Dan, who starts in goal for U.S. men's national team in the World Cup next year? I have no idea. Whatever happened to Slanina? Remember him? I wasn't asking you. He was at Chelsea. Is he on loan somewhere? He went to Barnsley on loan. Barnsley. My mate's from Barnsley. I've played both Brentwood and Detroit GC, and Brentwood is 3 to 4 shots harder. Brentwood is hard, by the way.
It's very hard.
It's when the rough is up and the greens are firm, it's penal.
I don't need to see the rating or whatever. I know it's just hard.
Like, ESPN stream ended before playoff, unless I'm missing something. ESPN Plus, don't they don't have the full broadcast, so they only can show their guys, right? They only can show the like the featured group guys, or maybe they have like a overall feed. I think they do have an overall feed, but I think when it cuts like this, like past the 72nd hole, I think they're out.
Yeah, you have to watch this on
crazy 8-iron in par 5 for 2. Yeah, especially for 558 yards. It's not even short. It's not even that short. 558 yards. Yeah, maybe it's downwind, but like
his drive
363. He had like 190 in downwind and hit 8-iron.
He hit 8-iron 190 is just freakish.
Yeah, people forget I played in a Monday qualifier against Aldrich Potgeeter.
People do forget that.
Yeah, he shot 62. I shot 79. Yep, that was the Monday qualifier for the 2023 NV5 Invitational presented by Old National Bank on the Corn Ferry Tour.
Damn, that was close, man. You had you just by 17.
Yeah, I shot a hole, I beat him. Whoop was very insistent that I participate in that Monday qualifier. So they just had a whoop on me, and I was just nervous. And that was it. That was the content.
People?
I didn't finish last. Stonewall Orchard in Chicago, if you ever played there. There's Scott O'Neill.
Oh, they're going right to the concert.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, that's what they do. They have like a podium ceremony.
They have a podium ceremony, and then they smash. But I'm surprised that it's still on TV. Okay, Grazerman. He's putting first for Eagle. Somebody do something here. I'm feeling a winner. Chelsea, then loaned to Barnsley. 11 matches played there. Aussie golfer, how you been? I love when you guys talk to each other. Everyone's friends here. Great community. All right, Max Grazerman. 4 Eagle. We're calling this 35 feet. Going to break toward the hole. It's a little bit too much speed. It's about 2.5 feet past, 3 feet past for Max Grazerman, which gives Aldrich yet another putt to win. Aldrich Potgieter. Can he do it? Can he do it?
I really hope
19
so.
feet and 2 inches to avoid a 5th playoff hole. We're going to get rid of the tour cast because there's only 2 guys on the golf course and they're playing against each other. Let's look at the read really quick. Yeah, let's look at the read really quick. Oh, no, I got to get this up. Now we're going here. Oh, it's not even on there. They don't even have it. Tourcast said, I'm done. Tourcast said, I'm only contractually obligated for 75 holes, okay? Once you get to the 76th hole, it's not happening.
Oh, Bryson's about to spray that champagne.
Chat, do not spoil this, please. Do not spoil this.
Bryson DeChambeau is holding a bottle of champagne with a GoPro on it attached to it.
Yeah, it's going to be in the video.
Look, there's a GoPro on the champagne.
Yeah, it's content's everywhere, bro.
Content king.
It's the content open.
The Crushers did crush today.
The Crushers. El Crushers. Los Crushers.
Los Crushers.
All right. Aldrich Potgieter from 19 feet, 2 inches.
There's His Excellency.
His Excellency, Father Potgieter watching.
Imagine winning with an eagle.
Here it is. He can do it. What dreams are made of. 4th playoff hole, 4 Eagle to win the tournament, to win your first. Can Aldrich Potgieter get it done?
It's on its way.
Oh, it looks good. It looks good. Oh, my God.
It was like floating so perfectly.
Oh, it was perfect speed.
Just a little bit at a time.
Oh, we're doing it again. We're still here. We are still here. The soccer game. I got to turn the soccer game on. I'm turning the soccer game on.
We can turn the LIV champagne off.
I don't need to see the champagne show. I need to see some action. Oh my goodness, guys. Have to roll, but enjoyed watch along with you all 3 continents and at least 6 countries. Yep, that's right.
Love it.
Oh my gosh. Look at how perfect the speed was. All I had to do was take a slight turn to the right.
It started to die.
Oh, it tried. Oh, YouTube TV's been clotting me all day. YouTube TV. Can we stick with the par 5s though? I like the par. I feel like there's jeopardy on the par 5s.
I know.
Oh, this is not over. This is not. We've been saying like.
What's wrong with us?
We're not doing this again. Chris Kirk is not missing this again. Max Grazerman is not pulling a Chris Kirk here. Okay. No, that was in the middle.
It was, but I don't know.
In the
From
middle.
this side of the camera, like
you were just being a little dramatic there.
I thought maybe it was. I want to see a worm cam, but.
All right, 5th playoff hole. Everybody, where are you watching from? We're watching from the Doghouse live in Los Angeles.
Our wives are waiting for us.
Yeah, Emma is just, why does this take so long? Half the weeks. And I say, I don't make the rules of the playoff. Dan, do you see Dylan Wu getting his full-time PGA Tour card back in the next few seasons? I was talking to Dylan actually earlier this week. I saw he's struggling a little bit. He's not getting a lot of starts. I saw he was in the Monday for the John Deere, so didn't get into John Deere. Yeah, I mean, Dylan doesn't hit it mega far. He's sort of a throwback player, so he's fighting a little bit of an uphill battle distance-wise, but let's hope so. Always rooting for the Northwestern Wildcats out there. CBS golf team on site is whining. They aren't happy. This is going to a 5th hole. We got Atlanta. We got Northwest Illinois. We got Central Illinois. Gulf Coast. I'm loving it. Everybody. It fires me up when they tell us where they're watching from. It's amazing what the technology is.
Worldwide.
Yeah. If we were on some, BS lamestream media network, you wouldn't be able to watch us outside of the continental United States, probably.
It's true.
We're worldwide here. I low-key thought this was boring AF. What, you talking about what we're watching or us? Because if it's us, then see you later. I make 522 if Aldrich wins. I do not watch golf. I do not play golf. I'm starting to get the hype, and I still have not watched golf. Fuck. Oh, that's what he was saying when he said this was boring. It's not boring, dude. I mean, you're talking to two guys who are absolutely obsessed. But no, it's not boring. It's not boring. And we've got kickoff in the USA-Costa Rica game. Happy Danny right now.
At this point on the 5th playoff hole, I switch into a mode of like make it 12 playoff holes, like have it keep going.
Keep it going.
Yeah, like it would be fun to like, accidentally have to stay.
Back in my gamer days when I had to do like, articles on people who won, I had to stay for Harris English, Kramer Hickok 8 playoff holes. It was at the Travelers Tour, and I was driving home to New York that night. And
you were in person there.
Yeah, and it was just an extra 2.5 hours. I got home, I was so pissed. Okay,
Croatia.
We're back to 15. Costa Rica. We're back to 15. It's 9-iron. He was incensed that he hit it over the green last time. Was Aldrich Podgeter. And this one is much better. Oh no, he's mad about that kick too. It's a good shot, dude. He wanted to be stone cold though.
27 feet.
He probably thought that was going to be like tight.
What's the optical track?
Optical TrackMan there says 18 feet 6 inches.
I'm thinking it's
19 feet. Oh no, that was the last hole. 17 feet 10 inches. Okay. That's pretty close. Yeah. Beaver Bay on the north shore of Lake Superior. I'm also boring though. It says Rue 85. You got me there. Good one. Prime cutoff and mid playoff. Yeah, they weren't expecting this to go an extra hour, but here we are. Max Grazerman. 79 at Stonewall Orchard ain't bad off the tip stand. Yeah, I also hit it out of bounds on this hole, like the 6th hole. Apparently there was out of bounds left. I had no idea. I picked up the tee early, got up there. I never played the course before, and it was just OB. So. Yeah, I not bad. Birdie the last.
Did he say finally?
Max Grazerman. This one's well right.
Strong.
He's trying to draw. Short. That was probably look good in the air. You could tell it's a really hard shot to judge distance wise. And guys, I think that we might be going to a 6th playoff.
It looks like the 30-year-old has a 30-footer and the 20-year-old has
a 20-footer. Wow, look at us with our round numbers. I think we're going to a 6th playoff hole. Alex Bush said this may never end. It absolutely might never end.
Did Bush say that in the chat?
How many? Yeah, no, Bush just texted me. I think I tried the drive once. It shanked, hit my brother next to me, and I never touched the club again. Yeah, well, if you did damage to somebody, then I can understand. How old is Podgeter? He's 20. He's 20. Oh, I really do think.
Johnny Q said, "All right, good, next hole."
Yeah, I mean seriously, I feel like there's almost no chance Podgeter makes that 17-footer, right? I mean, it almost feels like Grazerman has a better chance to make it.
No, I like his chances on that 17-footer. It's a pretty straightforward putt.
You think so? I haven't seen him make a 17-footer since Nam, dude.
Since Hector was a pup.
I haven't seen it.
It is Costa Rica, huh? Not Croatia.
It's Costa Rica, yeah. It's a continental tournament. It's all like teams from North and Central America. So it's really it's kind of a 3-horse race between U.S., Canada, and Mexico. Costa Rica used to be really good. They made it to the quarterfinals, I think, of the World Cup one year, which is kind of amazing considering.
Wait, it's a North and South America tournament.
Not South, just North and Central. Okay. Yeah.
Well, you think there'd be more teams in Central America? I don't know shit about.
No, it's they're just so small. Like Guatemala, Honduras, they're just 5 million population.
It's when you get into the bigger, the Brazil is a huge
Brazil,
country.
Argentina, Colombia, Chile is pretty good.
Chile.
Yeah.
Home of Waco Neiman.
Uruguay. Yeah, they're really good.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not in most places, but if you watch soccer, that's how you say it.
It's not Uruguay.
It's not Uruguay. It's Uruguay, and they're really good at footy. And they have 4 million people or something crazy. They won the first World Cup. Uruguay did.
When a good football sequence happens, pass to this, that moves to this, and it all happens perfectly, ends in a goal. That's among the most beautiful.
Well, that's the whole experience of watching soccer. Someone described it to me. One of my friends is it's a sport of almost.
Yeah,
you're just waiting for the one perfect thing to happen. Whereas in basketball, a perfect thing happens 52% of the possessions.
Hockey's similar too. They're just
but there's more goals games, now.
Throwing them.
But they changed the rules, and so there's more goals now. There's way more goals than when we were growing up. All right, Grazerman. Par 3, 15.
What an electric putt to make. I'd like to make this putt.
Yeah. All right, he's already made a long one on a par 3. Here, I think he made the long one on this hole, did Max Grazerman. Can he do it again? Oh, he's
so
every putt he's hit in the playoff has looked like it's going to go in.
Yeah, like he's even like,
he's like, man, that was a good roll.
That was pretty good.
All right, so Grazerman rolls it past. I'm not giving him that one after the Chris Kirk debacle, which we all remember very well.
Little post-putt wormy action. Nope.
A few JB special runs later. That's a Quaker Ridge joke. Yeah, maybe he's feeling the JBs. Dan, there are not more goals in hockey than there used to be. Check the stats. Check the stats before the lockout. I'm talking the lockout. What was it? 2000. A long time ago. They got rid of the 2-line pass. Even know what that is? The putter should be working by now on the road from Texas to OKC. Came in clutch with the coverage. I got you, Easton Duke. We've got Aldrich Potgieter with a 17-footer for the win. Can we put us out of our misery? We're on our 5th playoff hole.
For birdie and the win.
For birdie and the win, Aldrich. Let's not make Max putt this one. Let's close this one out like a boss.
Yeah, let him pick it up.
Aldrich Potgieter for his first PGA Tour victory. Aldrich Potgieter! There it is! He closed it out. Wow. After blowing it earlier this year in Mexico, he did not get off to a good start today, but he bounced back. Drove it like a stallion down the stretch. And there's only been 5 players not from the United States to win on the PGA Tour before the age of 21. And it includes Seve Ballesteros, Tom Kim, Rory McIlroy. Was there one more? I think there was one more.
Seve, Rory, Tom Kim.
There was one more, yeah. And Aldrich Potgieter. Maybe we can edit in the thing there who it was. But that's big, man. That's big. He's had chances to win 2 events this year. He really threw up all over himself the first time, and he closed this one with a birdie on the 5th playoff hole. Aldrich Potgieter. It's going to be a fun interview with this guy at the end of the day. We're going to put the starting screen on. That was super fun. He's doing. We got through everything there. We got Patrick Reed across the finish line, Ben's best friend. We got Aldrich Potgieter winning his first PGA Tour event. Another great story. Another young star. Coming up the pipeline for the international team. What a great watch along. You guys were awesome, as always. Aldrich Potgieter, lekker. I know they say that a lot in South Africa. Great stuff, guys. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time, Dan on Golf. We'll talk to y'all soon.
See you tomorrow.